Yes, hello.
Top of the morning to you.
You may recognize, of course, some people. I am new to this particular YouTube channel. I have never been on Crow and Chimera.
Same.
Hello. I am the host of this particular one-shot Fallout RPG we're doing here. This is a prelude to a larger adventure I have planned. And this is going to kind of be like the beginning of it to introduce some of the things that will be in the major adventure that I am planning. It takes place in Fort Davis, Texas, after, of course, the events of the games that are canon. I'm not counting 76. I don't care if you like it. That is what is being included here. So we will begin then. And as you all are aware, war never changes. The end of the world occurred exactly as we'd expected. A nuclear spark struck by human hands. The reasons, merely human ones. Too many humans, not enough space or resources. Nobody knows who fired first, but everybody knows that there is nothing left. Many years later, the remnants of humanity, along with many other mutated beasts, tried to cut their way into a livable life in the wastelands. We start now with Paladin Flume and a group of recruits to the Brotherhood of Steel. These recruits all work or were recruited by Lion's Legions, or a division of them, as they have traveled south under rumors of some potential threat to the wastelands, something that caught the Brotherhood's attention, something that a scribe that works down this way said he hoped he would never see. As you arrive in the wastes of Fort Davis, the town looks relatively unaffected by the war, other than time itself wearing most of the buildings down. Your particular part here, however, involves the very ancient ruins of the fort itself, the historical fort ruins. As you head over towards that way, there is a very large pile of rocks, debris, and brush. Behind that large pile of rocks, debris, and brush is a hidden door, a door that Paladin Flume opens with a particular cog bearing the Brotherhood's symbol. He holds it up to a part of the rock, and the secret door opens. As you walk into the metal corridors of this bunker, it goes deep underground, under the actual historical ruins of the fort itself. The technology down here looks relatively untouched. The Brotherhood seems to have either recently built this outpost or has had it well maintained. Down here in this outpost, you see 12 bunk beds, a radio room where Scribe Teak is currently working, a water filtration system, a year's supply of dried food, and that's about all you really see. There is a large work area that connects all of these rooms. Paladin Teak, or Scribe Teak, waits for you here. Paladin Flume walks in. You're aware Paladin Flume, as far as paladins go for the Brotherhood, is fairly laid back and seems to be fairly nonchalant. As Flume approaches, Teak and Flume both kind of salute each other. Flume speaks up first. Hey, so we're here. What's going on, Teak?
There appears to be some sort of strange radio waves coming from the city of El Paso. As you're aware, we've been monitoring some of the drones and droids in that area for some time. They showed signs of a deviant behavior that we weren't too terribly happy about. I'm picking up some radio waves, which I don't know how to translate them because it's not a language I'm aware of, nor a programming language I can calculate, although I, given the circumstances, haven't had the time.
Paladin Flume is a toweringly tall man in his power armor. He, however, is notorious, as most Brotherhood paladins are, for wandering around without his helmet on and just carrying it under his arm like an idiot. Most paladins do this because it's stuffy in that helmet, but you're fairly certain it's because they probably groom themselves really well and want to show off their face. Scribe Teak, however, is a kind of hunched over, very thin, frail looking scribe. As far as scribes go, he really doesn't look like you want him in a fight. He looks like he's quite intelligent. He has an energy weapon kind of holstered on his side. You hope that he knows how to use it, but given the state of his current endurance and being, you really don't want to see him get hit by anything. You're not sure he could even survive a bloatfly attack, let alone, something with a gun. So as they stand there and kind of talk back and forth, Flume looks over at you guys. Well, welcome to the bunker. Glad you guys are all here. The walk here was, I know, quiet and maybe boring.
A bit, yeah.
Shiney, sorry for the short ceilings.
It's usual.
I presumed you were used to it at this point. There's a couple of chairs over there if you wanted to put them together and sit down. I wouldn't recommend using one of them. Two would be better. So you guys have to go scout out the city of El Paso. It's about 200 miles. Here's a map. You can take the highway if you want to walk along the highway. There's probably not a whole lot there. Might be some interesting cars, some loot you could find, a couple raiders you could pop off. I don't know. But here's the mission. He sets down a silver box you've seen him carrying the entire time you were traveling down to this bunker. You came here via a Brotherhood APC and then parked a decent distance away, and the APC left, and you guys walked the rest of the way here. The APC left in a way that you wouldn't really be seen coming in or out of it, and you arrived into the bunker at night. So he sets down the big silver case and pops it open. He hands each of you a very weird looking pair of binoculars as like a box off to the side of it, making it a little awkward to carry. It's still really tiny in your hands, Shiney, but you have to kind of like go like this to look through, not quite wide enough for your field of vision. But otherwise, you get handed this pair of binoculars. All of you except, of course, Grigson, your character is handed a monocular, which works with your robotic vision. It's still a bit awkward, but your claw has no problem holding it.
Good.
And he goes, so these are all video recording binoculars. They'll record approximately an hour. You need to get the video evidence of the threat in the area. We don't know what it is. It's robotic, I'm assuming. You are not to engage the threat in any way if you can avoid it. If you do encounter one of these, it is recommended you run. We don't know their threat assessment level or how dangerous they may be, and we don't want you to lose your lives over something that is supposed to be a recon mission. So, in the event of an emergency that you find you may be assaulted by one of these, do not let your technology fall into the hands of the enemy. He hands Shiney a folding shovel. Take this. If you run into a problem and you think the enemy might be chasing you down, bury the technology and set off this tracking beacon. He also hands Shiney a tiny itty bitty little, well, it's tiny to you, it's a pop can. It's like a pop can sized piece of technology there, and it's got a button on the bottom. Once you push that button, it'll activate the tracking beacon and we'll be able to find it. So bury all the bury all the binoculars in the sand, activate the tracking beacon, and get out of there.
If it has anything that could clip onto something, Shiny's going to hang it on this like ridiculously full necklace of junk
It's
around her neck.
all conveniently clippable. All of it has like little carbiners on it that clip to your stuff just really well. Everything you own from the Brotherhood is just conveniently clipped to your equipment or your gear in some way. it's oddly just conveniently made to be carried.
Perfect.
Even the binoculars. Chopper, you find it difficult to clip it to part of you, but there is like a weird hook on the side that you're not really sure why they put it there, and it hangs off of that really well.
Good.
You think maybe it was an old refrigerator magnet that just got stuck there, but I mean, it might not be.
Who could
It's hard
say?
to reach it. Your arm doesn't reach over that way, and none of the maintenance people seem to remove it. So maybe it's okay. All right. I'll be here if you need anything. Hopefully it's nothing super bad, but don't get killed out there. Be careful. I'm going to set up a base camp about 50 miles down the highway. There's an old gas station over there. So just meet over there when you're done, and we'll come back here safely. Oh, watch out for bloat flies. They're bad this time of year.
Okay.
All right. Well, good luck. Oh, take some food rations. Here. He hands all of you about 6 days worth of food rations. It's probably too much, but you know me. I like to enjoy food whenever I can. Paladin Flume isn't exactly the fittest of brotherhoods. Paladins either. His power armor looks a little tight. So, good luck and try not to die.
You too.
No, I hope I don't have too much of a problem with that. Cheek will be back here at the bunker. If you get separated, head back to this HQ. Cheek will let you in only at midnight for about an hour. So you have a small window.
Okay. Should we describe what our characters look like?
Yeah,
Who they are.
please describe what your characters look like for everyone. We'll start with you, Shiny, since I said your name like 6 times.
So Shiney is a mutant. She is like 6 foot tall. The mutant gene, as I recall, doesn't really give you any indication of this individual's gender. Although she does wear
The big hulky mutants.
Yeah.
So you're a super mutant. Okay.
I'm a super mutant, yes. I forgot the specific term. She wears mostly stuff that's just cobbled together, including one really large bright pink flannel that's very faded and torn. And over that is just pieced together shrapnel raider armor. She has a breastplate and only one arm of armor, and it is the left arm, the arm that she does not use to swing her baseball bat or machete if she's feeling a little vindictive. She's wearing a necklace filled with junk, including like a shard of a mirror, several bits of like little gears and things, and all of her caps are on there as well. And also now the tracking device.
All right. We'll go with you, Lucky Larry. What do you look like?
Howdy, all. My name's Lucky Larry, and I got myself some denim overalls, and I got myself a big monkey wrench. I got them beside my tool belt. Don't got many tools left, but I use whatever I can find. Got this big white box on my back. Probably don't know what it is until I get the rations, and I open it up, and it turns out that it's part of a refrigerator. And just the top freezer half that's no longer connected to anything electrical. So he just opens that and throws the rations in and just puts a padlock on it with some chains. Lucky Larry is a ghoul, and he looks like he is one of the feral ones, but has on mechanic outfit. And he likes to talk a little bit and he rambles a bit, and so that's how everyone knows that he's not one of them the woo, and the ones that just don't go like ah and go happy and all that stuff. He helps repair things here and there around town. Works over at the local car shop. Not that there are any cars at work. But that's what Lucky Larry looks like. If anyone wants to know what a ghoul looks like, if you don't know the Fallout series, I pretty much look like a zombie. I'm supposed to talk something like this, but I thought this kind of voice seemed a little bit better.
Also,
that's
there
Lucky
in your
Larry.
throat.
They're a lot nicer on your throat.
What are you
Right.
talking about? I could do this all night.
Chopper, since I handed your character a few things and we talked about your character a little bit, why don't you describe to us what your character looks like?
Chopper is a basic Mr. Handy model with the spherical body and symmetric 3 eye stalks and 3 arms hanging down. He has a ragged lab coat on a wire hanger hanging from one of his arms, the one with the buzzsaw, like he has a bloody buzzsaw on it. It was all necessary blood. There's one of those doctor's reflector headbands on the eye stalk next to that arm. The other arm has a flamer, and he has an old fireman's helmet on the eye above that. And then on the pincer arm, he has a small pink top hat with a white X on the front of it. But other than that, he just got like maybe a satchel in a bag, and then now the new camera thing. Not much else.
All right. And your character's name is Kira, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Kira,
Um,
what does your character look like?
She, for one, she probably started off not with the group because she is a Brotherhood initiate. Or she probably came in with them, but it's been kind of standing slightly apart. She's rather small, standing at about 5 feet, probably like 5 foot, 5'11". Like, you know, that borderline. Looks fairly scrawny in terms of like not very well muscled. Like, looks. I did not make her overpowered in melee, Scotty. I made her small and she is fairly weak.
Oh, sure.
Because Shiney is good at melee. Also, I ruined Cat enough last night or this morning by playing a grappler. She has very closely cut hair, more or less like an undercut kind of thing, and black, like jet black hair. Is wearing like the typical Brotherhood fatigues. Has the hood, but doesn't have it pulled up right now. Just unpleasant to have all the time. And a single bright red bandana tied around her shoulder. And, you know, has the Brotherhood, like very much like the starch ass kind of standing while in front of the paladin and the scribe. But yeah, and also she probably rode in with them. You know that once you know the higher ups are gone, she kind of relaxes quite a bit, and she has a rather nasty looking scar on her lip from here about. I'll just move up closer from about here down to here. It looks like a claw or like a knife cut. Also, she has a rather nice looking hunting rifle strapped to her back.
Well polished hunting rifle, I would imagine.
Very well taken care of.
All right, and last, of course, but not least, Trader Joe, what do you look like?
All right, so I'm wearing somewhat formal suit that's a little threadbare, a top hat, a lab coat over top of that, and a leather chest piece. He's got like shoulder length hair, kind of scruffy looking. Like he only shaves like every other Wednesday. And just kind of looks relatively average, almost like just a random NPC you meet on the street when you're trying to buy something.
All right.
Trader Joe, nothing.
Oh, you're not an NPC there, Trader Joe.
I was, and then I got promoted to PC. They named me.
Next comes C.
All right, and I've kind of described the NPCs you have with you there. Like I said, Paladin Flume is toweringly tall, almost as tall as Shiney, actually, in his power armor. He's kind of heavier set, though. He's a bit chunky, and it's not muscle. It's definitely maybe way too many rations, or maybe too much moonshine he's found lying around. You have seen him drinking some. It's usually this color though, so you're not really sure what it is. Could be water, some water. Most water's this color, so
It's brown, gulp it down. If it's black, send it back.
Yeah, that's something you have to look out for. But Paladin Flume is really laid back, like way too laid back for a paladin. In fact, you're not really sure how he got to the status he has. Maybe he got lucky, but he's entirely too laid back for a paladin of the Brotherhood. You know, just from the brief time you've seen Scribe Teak, that he seems very by the book. Everything he does, he is literally writing down in a log that is on the table. You can see it. He's not hiding it. It says exact times and dates of everything he has done. Woke up, ate breakfast, everything he has done in a day-to-day log on the table. And you see a pile of these logs in the back of in the radio room, stashed under the table in boxes. Something that at least might be impressive to some degree, but is also quite tedious to have to do. Most people who are scribes do not do that at this point. And you're surprised he's down here by himself. There's no one else here with him. He's just kind of alone here in this listening post.
That sounds about like scribes.
Right. Yeah. It seems normal, but like as dangerous as they think this threat might be, you think maybe they underestimated it. And that's why they didn't necessarily stage large groups of people down here in the first place. And now it's a problem and they're in trouble. So your scout team is to accomplish this brief recording of the threat in action without engaging the threat if possible. You know that there is a straight shot down the highway from Fort Davis to El Paso. You can take the 166 over to 90, and 90 goes over to El Paso there. You can see El Paso from here because Fort Davis is a much higher altitude than El Paso is. And you can actually see where the city is from here because of the altitude that you are at. Fort Davis is very high up. It is on a mountain, Mount Livermore to be precise, and you are quite high up in the air as far as your current altitude goes. So the distance you can see in the distance is way farther than anyone a nice flat wasteland plain. Most of your travel here uphill to get to this location in the APC was done in the APC because it would be incredibly slow moving to go all the way up this mountain otherwise. So luckily it's all downhill from here going to El Paso. So you can cut through the wastelands if you want. You don't have to take the highway, but the highway may or may not have something on it. However, taking the highway means you can move at a slightly faster pace because it is still a decently paved road, be it aged.
Yeah, that's where I grew up. We had to walk uphill both ways.
All right,
Yeah.
old man.
I've never
wasn't
walked
that-
uphill before. Is it hard?
I mean, I
It
guess not
can
if
be,
you have
yeah.
wheels. Okay,
I
so
thought they had little
It's really hard. It's really hard to do if you're like a tire or something. 'Cause
Is-
you always want to roll back down.
Hmm.
Mhm.
well, I mean, if you got a
Yeah,
little motor, it's not as bad.
Yeah,
Anyway,
but eventually you
okay.
get
I mean,
tired.
that reminds me of my third cousin / sister / mother, Sarah. She was trying to go up a hill one time, and she was, she always
Larry,
like
Larry,
to get her
Larry,
beers and
Larry,
yeah?
Larry.
Huh?
We got a mission to do here. Let's have this conversation while
Anyway.
you're walking.
Okay. Anybody want some rad possum?
Yes.
Mm,
I'm
But
good.
okay, so
Are we walking
It's
or
not
are we
cooked, by the way.
driving?
when we
It's
go
just a
through
dead
the
possum.
wastelands, is there
Walking.
anything of value
Mm.
there? There might be something of value on the highway.
There's always something valuable there.
Hopefully you find yourself some geckos. Could always
The
use their
value
hide.
is in the
El
So-
Paso was a
so,
big city. There
we
used to
don't-
be trade routes there. This
We
highway
don't wanna
probably has a
be
lot of cars on it.
seen, but the highway is gonna be very easy to be seen. I suggest that we go down the highway for part of the journey so that we make better time, and then when we get closer, we slip through the wastelands and come from the side where they maybe won't see us as easily.
Yes,
That's a good point.
That
The
gives me,
tallest person is in charge. Let us do that.
that gives me also a
see?
really great idea. Maybe we can get one of them cars moving, and if we're going downhill, we don't even have to walk. We just sit on top of it.
That sounds like a
I knew recruiting you guys was a good idea. Yeah, see? Yeah, this is gonna work out great. All right, hey, good luck. I'll meet you at the gas station down the road a ways. Hopefully everything goes smoothly.
We hope not to die.
I hope
Perhaps,
you don't either. That's expensive equipment I'll have to go find if you do.
Mhm.
I will make sure they don't die.
Thanks.
And onward
That's
we go.
part of the reason why you're here.
All right.
All right, good luck.
And we head on out.
All
Shiny
right,
heads
you-
out, maybe hits her head on the doorway on the way out. God,
Uh-huh,
fucking-
yeah. because the
Duck.
doorway is really freaking small.
Do you require assistance?
I'll be fine.
Shiny's
why
head looks
we're-
quite
Fine.
durable.
That's why I
My-
wear
my
a
head
hat
is-
so I know how tall a thing is, so it hits the hat before it hits my head.
It's fine.
Can-
My head
can
is
we
quite
s-
hard. I've hit it many times.
Can we say that my trinket is a rusty harmonica?
Sure.
Oh my god. That harmonica is getting yeeted into the waist.
Oh, you say that harmonica's going right up that ass.
Didn't want a rusty trombone?
Hey.
Oh,
No, rusty harmonica.
We got a lot of walking before we can turn in, and you can do all your business.
Country road, take me home.
Audio sensors deactivated.
So
Oh, let, me
lucky.
let me fix that. Can I attempt a repair on Chopper?
No, it's voluntary.
Wave if you need to speak to me.
God, it's the second you're on.
the the events down the roadway that you travel at this particular moment, going south while downhill, is still relatively uneventful. Not surprisingly, there aren't any cars stopped on this part of the downhill journey, as most of them who would have been stopped here probably rolled the other direction or slid down the hill, since a lot of the cars that did have wheels would have definitely rolled, and the ones that were hover cars definitely wouldn't have stayed on the hill and not rolled down all the way into many pieces. You do see some scratches and scrapes and dings and dents along the roadway, indicating that this probably did happen, maybe with a rather large car. And you make a decent distance away from the city, unseen, of course, by the citizens and anyone else, because it's currently kind of nighttime. But you get down the roadway quite a decent ways before it's about, it's about all you've had for a trip, because you took quite the journey here. There is a pile of scorched scrap on the side of the road that looks like it might have been a car.
Where did
And
he come
a
from? Where did he go? Where did he come from? Oh, there's
looks like-
Trader Joe. Oh, scraps.
you also see a pile of rocks that look like somebody has at one point made a lean-to here out of some debris and rocks. Although you clearly see no one is there now.
Hmm.
I'm gonna go looking around and scrap, see if there's anything good.
Trader Joe, you see that somebody definitely camped here. You know from some of the symbols drawn into the sand, into the dirt and stuff around here, this was probably a trader that stopped here.
Yeah, gotta be careful. There are traders around here. Get it?
No.
Trader. That they sound very similar. Huh?
Trade
Ah,
here? What?
What? Yeah, but yeah.
Homonyms.
It sounds very similar.
I had a
The,
friend, I had a
the-
friend back in middle school named Trey.
The exploded scrap on the side of the roadway
That's
looks
a
like it
middle
used to
school.
be a Corsair, but is now a very burnt heap of metal.
Shiny's gonna go looking around the area for anything that would help make surviving the night easier, and also see if there are any tracks that anybody or anything has been through here recently.
Okay. Give me a perception survival.
Cool.
And that's
Oh,
a D20
no.
roll, and you'll want to roll low, right?
Yes,
Like
but
correct.
you're
You
rolling
rolled
2d20.
2d20.
Oh.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. I failed. I did not get a 20 though.
Note
My
that you can roll more up to a total of 5 d20
It's
by
AP or
either
something.
by either using AP you generate or by giving the storyteller AP, which can be used later to screw us over.
I got no successes.
Okay. You look around and there's a bunch of rocks. Nothing really seems to be useful for surviving or making a camp that you can see.
Looks
I'm gonna look
looks
around this
alone,
metal scrap.
deserted.
Give me a perception. I
Repair,
won't say
maybe?
repair. Yeah, let's do a repair. Perception repair. Is
Uh,
anything on this burnt husk useful? You don't know.
So I combine the two, and I'm rolling 2d20s, and I want, or at least one of them to be under that, equal or under that number.
Correct.
Okay.
And that'd be one success. The successes you need between 0 to 5, and that's whatever the storyteller says.
And if you get really low, let you know. Is repair one of your tag skills?
Yes, it is. I got a 2 on one of my dice.
Fabulous. So if that 2 is the number of ranks that you have,
Or less.
or less,
less.
it counts as a crit. So each time you get whatever your rank is, or the rank of a tag skill is or lower, it counts as 2 successes.
Okay. I got 1 crit and 1 success.
So
it'd
3
be total of
successes.
3 successes. So with that, with the rules, what was the difficulty, storyteller? Did he
It wasn't
to
too
find-
hard. It was pretty easy.
But if you
Oh,
get
hey, I found a
above the
functional car.
so in this
That'll
one,
save time.
you tell us difficulties, because if we get above that number, so instead of difficulties 2 and you got 3,
Oh, right.
that's
yeah.
what generates our AP.
Hey,
We
wait,
can
this isn't a
spend
car.
AP to do other stuff.
This isn't a car, and it's just the head
let
of
me
Liberty
get that
Prime,
then.
fully functional.
Yeah, yeah.
And that also lets us know if, like, say you make the difficulty 4.
What
That's
page
hard to
is
do.
that difficulty thing or the
Um,
common difficulties on?
Good
It's
question.
on page-
Is it 44 where the skills are?
Game
It's on
Mastery
page
has-
14.
14. Oh, God, that was way off.
At least there's an example of the target difficulties kind of thing.
Hmm.
There.
yeah, there it is. That's what you would that's a fine chart there.
I helped.
Oh, perfect. Okay. I'm gonna say the difficulty was 3.
So
Okay.
very difficult. So you just succeeded.
All right. So you find a
I think they have tables, but it doesn't matter. You could just go with scrap. I mean,
yeah, you find some common scrap. We'll say 2 common scrap.
Okay.
And a ball peen hammer.
ooh, okay.
Oh, page 196, 197 has the rules for scavenging scenes.
Ooh.
Oh, that shows like how long it takes.
Yeah, scavenging apparently is in the full system a very big part of Fallout for some reason.
Oh, neat. Okay.
What?
That takes 30 minutes.
Yeah, when we did the playtest, scavenging rules weren't really developed as fully. Same with the modification rules. If those who were in the playtest, Scotty and Katrina, actually remember any of it.
I just
don't
remember
think
throwing them
Scott
all off.
remembers it.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Oh
Kill
shit,
those
that's
rad
right.
bugs.
I
One of
made sure
us
to not have any
Burned the
Molotovs.
building down while I was in it. That was great.
Mhm.
Good times.
All right.
Loot tables on page 200.
You search through the burnt out old husk of a Corsair there, and you find 2 common scrap and a ball peen hammer.
Okay.
Ooh, it's hammer time. That's what this old laser disc thing I have keeps saying whenever I try to play it.
Oh, yeah, I remember that
That
guy.
wouldn't
Yeah.
technically exist in this universe. It's
I-
the
their version.
1940s,
I-
1950s
I remember-
era. If I remember right, I think it's 1940s.
I
50s.
remember that guy. He had some weird pants.
Yeah.
You need to pull them out.
I mean, you'd make what you make when it's you're scavenging things in the future after nuclear holocaust and rebuilding civilization. So
And he had some weird video. I think he needed to poop, but he was like moving back and forth sideways.
You know,
Yeah.
Kira's breaking out her binoculars and is going to kind of not use the record function yet, but kind of use it to scout around, see if there's any danger nearby.
I'll do that as
Uh,
well.
Give me a let me go all the way back up to this thing. Man, this would be easier if I had the actual book.
Oh, you'd have to turn more pages that way.
Yeah, it'd be
Well,
like,
if you want the
"Well,
actual
that's
book,
true."
you can go to modifius.us, the new US store from Modifius publishers, where you can buy all the Fallout materials you want. Please sponsor us.
Can you buy a book at Trader Joe's?
Probably not. Unfortunately.
you can get okay licorice there.
Oh.
Color a licorice at best.
All
That's-
right. I do believe it's going to be a perception.
All right.
I don't think there's any other skill involved with it.
Would probably be like perception survival.
Oh yeah. Okay. Do a perception survival.
All right, that is 2 successes.
I failed both, but not at 20s.
Okay. Where did this? Hang on a second. There we go. Okay. I hate accidentally minimizing the Zoom window, and I meant to just.
Yeah, it's annoying.
I really hate that. Okay. You do spot a potential problem that is moving your direction. There are 3 bloat flies heading your way.
All right.
I think they have their eyes set firmly on your large, meaty super mutant friend.
All right. Kara's gonna kind of whistle to the others, and when gets their attention, points to the bloat flies, and guess get ready for combat.
Okay, you have a few moments to get ready for combat while I assist my wife with something real quick. I'll be right back.
Roger, Roger.
Yeah.
Okay.
While Shiny had been just sitting on the ground, futzing around with her necklace, adding other shit to it, random scrap from the car, sees that, oh,
Logically, they
fun.
wouldn't attack a robot. There's no blood inside.
Lucky Larry
it's
has.
a bug. How much logic does it have?
Lucky
Have you
Larry
seen
has the
bloat flies, Kat?
binoculars.
No.
Mhm.
Look up bloat flies.
Oh no. I'm gonna regret this, isn't
Eat
it?
fall-
Fallout blood
Kat,
flies.
have you not
Follow
played
bloat
300
flies.
hours of Fallout games over the years?
I have not. No, I've never
Oh.
played a Fallout game in my life. I
Uh,
watched
most
Kevin play like
Hey.
5 minutes of it.
You're in
Be
for a
happy
treat.
they're not Cazadors,
I
Okay.
don't know what
because
any
that'd be a
birds-
party wipe.
to be honest, I
Well-
think 4 is probably the easiest one to get into for never played
Yes.
one before.
By far.
That
four
thing
the
is as
easiest.
big as a human.
Yeah,
it's almost
no,
like
they're not, as,
it's
they're not as big as a human.
50s.
They're about half the size of a human.
it's almost like it's 50s radiation rules where it's like animal gets hit by radiation, nah, it doesn't die, it just gets really big.
Fuck that noise.
Yeah, all the
so
cells
hard.
increase.
Now look up Cazadors.
How the fuck do you spell that?
I posted
Yeah,
it. Cazador.
Oh, thank you, Google, for translating. Oh, it's like a mosquito.
Now
They're-
that's blood bugs.
They're like horse flies that are radiated
Yeah.
and medium
And
sized.
fucking drop kick you.
Oh, okay.
They can kill the scariest, the biggest, baddest monsters in the wastelands. Death claws.
Yeah, their bite isn't the problem. It's the poison they do to you, and
Yeah.
your health just goes do when you get
It,
bit
like,
once.
You can get killed instantly by them if you're low enough level. In Fallout New Vegas. In the other ones, you don't because they downscale all the enemies.
I haven't played 76, but I kind of want to see the new creatures because they all looked kind of neat. But from what I've heard, you only run into like ghouls or something.
Yeah.
I'd play it if there is an offline mode.
There isn't.
I played it when it first came out, but
Jeanette would know. She's actually played a lot of it.
I don't play it now.
Oh.
It
Yeah.
was a, it was a
Totally-
little buggy at first as well, if you would believe it.
Only a little buggy on a
little bit.
Bethesda game?
Well, a lot of it was because it happened to, all your stuff had to work on and off the same different servers over and over, depending on logging in and out.
I was being
And that really
facetious.
messed up your buildings too.
I was being very facetious because it's a Bethesda game.
Yeah, well, they're ambitious.
Of course, 30 seconds into looking at this creature, I found memes.
Of course.
Yeah, it's one of the most infamous creatures.
It
in
is the
Fallout.
most, it is like, probably in terms of like the players, it's probably the second most famous creature next to the Death Claws. Just because Death Claws are terrifying too. But they're obviously terrifying. Whereas
Oh,
Cazadors
he's back.
aren't.
He's back. Everyone shut up.
Oh, good lord. That's just straight up a fucking demon.
Yes, yes, it is. Blake, while you were
Cool.
gone, we were educating Kat on Fallout
You do have
universe.
Fallout 4, I believe, if you want to play that at some point.
Is that the fun one?
That's the one I was playing where I
it's
spent
so-
almost the entire
Blake, you're
time building
muted.
a set.
Oh, yeah. You spent like 20 minutes trying to build a base because it's like you need to get
It just
power
Blake,
works.
to
you're
it.
muted.
See,
And you
here's the
couldn't
trick
find
question.
the
3
outlet.
is great.
All of the Fallout games are technically fun in their own way. It's just
Yes.
some of them are more broken than others.
Somebody unmute Blake.
I think Blake needs to unmute Blake.
Got it.
Troll.
It depends on what you like.
Clap on.
I would recommend 4 to if you're first getting into Fallout universe because
Mhm.
it's
4
easy to
has-
get into.
Yeah, 4 has multiple factions, multiple endings. It
And
has
also
base
it's the-
building. It has
it's also
better
the most-
modifications than the other systems.
It's also the most worthwhile to play in its vanilla state.
Yes, just
That's
plain
the
game
biggest
without
one.
any mods or anything.
Because
It's
New Vegas
easy
and
to get
3
into.
need mods.
New Vegas, you can
New
play
Vegas
without
doesn't.
any mods.
I
But
think I
New
still could
Vegas-
use stability mods. At
New
the very
Vegas
least.
is being an older game, has a little less polish in how it looks. And it is like some of the standard Fallout games, a lot harder to play. It does not forgivingly say, please go this direction, and gives you a giant railroad that goes that way. It says, hey, here's
They
where
went
you need
that
to go.
way.
The railroad's
fun.
in the fourth one.
Kat, have you ever played Elder Scrolls Oblivion?
No.
Okay, I was going to
saw
say
Kevin
they're
play
built.
some of it.
They're built on the exact same engine, New Vegas and 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So New Vegas looks kind of Oblivion-y in its graphical sense, and Fallout 3 is older than that. So it's
I honestly
If it's
think
sketch,
three
to be
three is
honest.
the weakest of the 3D games.
of the
What?
3D, yeah.
So anyway, initiative,
Anyway.
how that works.
Initiative.
Those
Chopper,
who
flamethrower.
declare, so there is a kind of surprise round where those who initiate it get a round, and then you go into initiative, which our initiative is calculated by perception plus agility, and it's a static number. You don't roll or anything.
Shiney is going to hide behind the car with the intent of jumping out and swag and using a baseball bat to home
They're
run
looking at you
whatever is-
directly.
No one warns Larry, right?
I whistled. I did whistle and warn everyone that there's.
Well, I knew he turned his sensors off, so I would like go over and shake.
No,
No,
this
yeah,
is
I
Chopper.
turned them on a long time ago. That was mostly just to make
Just
it
to
stop
annoy
early.
Larry.
All right.
Okay.
I feel like I'm
Uh,
overcompensating here for my
17.
number.
Some more scrap. Hey, look, I found a hammer. And then that's when you whistle.
So write your initiatives in the chat. And I'm going to state that all of you kind of initiate the combat because you see them coming.
Mhm.
So you've set up like an ambush kind of situation. So we're going to set this up like you initiated. So it's normally one person who's initiated, and that person is the one that goes with the surprise round, and that's it. In this instance, because you've set up an ambush, I'm going to say that you all get a chance to go just so we can get a feel for the combat on how some of this is going to work. So, I'm going to put it in here because it's easier to look at for everyone else's. The bloat flies go on this number.
Oh, fabulous.
Sweet. We're gonna burn them
So-
up.
Yeah.
And they have an initiative like Cat usually rolls.
Okay. Bite me.
All
Nine's
right.
not bad.
So if we go by initiative in the surprise round, Kira, you go first.
All right. Well, she'll kind of put down her binoculars and pull out her hunting rifle, kind of sight it in. And I mean, she could fire from, I think, like medium range right now with it. So
They
yeah,
are
take.
within medium
Yes.
range.
All right, cool. And yeah, she'll take a shot at it.
Now, mind you, when they get closer, you will have a penalty to using your sniper rifle.
Yeah.
The difficulty will increase the closer they are. To
Yeah.
the point where if you're attempting to use a sniper rifle in melee, I think its
It's plus-
difficulty is increased by 3.
Actually,
Two-
it's
2 or 3.
increased for me. It's increased by 1 because I'm a medium range. It's a medium range weapon,
Oh, okay. Then 1 then, yeah.
I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, the minute you put a scope on that sucker, you can't use it in close range at all. it's almost impossible.
Says you. I'm a master of quick scoping.
I was about to say, unless you're in Call of Duty, I mean,
Right, yeah.
Just
then you
drop
can,
shot.
then you can take your 44 revolver and put a ACOG on it, and
Yeah.
you're fine.
So you
Shotgun
do get
don't need scope.
one minor and one major action a round.
Okay, so I'm going to minor action. I'm going to aim, and then my major. I'm going to take a shot. All right, and then I think it's small guns plus agility because I can math. All right, so that is I get rid of the highest number. It doesn't really matter. Oh, it actually does. So I got 3 successes,
Okay.
and then that means I roll 6 combat dice.
Mhm.
Sorry,
Oh.
nice.
Just to verify, Blake, what is their defense?
Their defense is 2.
All right, so since you got 3 successes, that does give you an AP for you to
Hey.
utilize.
Hey,
I put
Hey.
in the Discord what you can use AP for in combat.
I don't have one for this. That's weird.
Yeah, this is one of those games where telling the difficulty or TNs and stuff is actually kind of needed for the players.
Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
Some
Yeah, no
games you
problem.
keep, yeah, there's other games where you keep it secret, but this one, since it generates the meta currency.
Okay,
you can
yeah.
spend 1 AP to add an additional dice
Oh, nice.
for up to a maximum of 3 extra dice of damage.
It's so weird that they don't have any slot for AP on the character sheet.
It's because it's usually meant to be spent immediately or to be
Alright.
Yeah.
pulled
So-
on.
All right, I'm gonna
Yes.
just get a die out for it.
It's a
Yeah,
group
so
thing.
as you're rolling AP, your personal AP, use it or lose it. Or you can choose to pool it and put it in a shared pool, which maxes out at 6. And then at the end of every scene or round of combat, the shared pool loses an AP. So it generates, but it also goes down regularly. The idea is to keep the pressure going and keep rolling. And as you roll more, you generate more AP because you get AP to roll more dice and create a cascading event.
All right.
Just so you know. And if you get the big mega bundle, if it's still available on modifius.us, you get the bottle caps to track your AP with.
I'll drop an AP to do extra damage. Because why
Okay.
not? And then actually I have to roll for hit location now, I believe.
I got a dice for that if you want me to roll it.
Actually, I'm actually, you know what, I say that and I'm like, no, I don't actually need to roll for hit location. I'm just gonna hit the torso. I have center of mass perk.
Okay.
No, but I want to roll the dice.
Don't worry, you'll have plenty of options too.
I'm sure I'll miss.
And then I need to find my, where is it? There it is. Like,
Oh, look,
Trying
a
to-
two-headed cow.
that's just a Brahmin.
It's right next to the butterfly in the book.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm trying to find the conversion to the dice thing because thank you.
1 equals 1, 2 equals 1, 4 and 5 count as nothing.
it's on page
5 and
29.
6
On your
is
character
1
sheet,
plus
it-
effect.
I think it should say. Yeah, if you look at the main character sheet, Vex, head is 1 to 2.
No,
no,
not hit location.
What the
Oh,
damage dice mean?
I'm always hitting COM because I have
Oh,
a
yeah,
perk
okay.
for that.
So for those who at home, Fallout, as with some 2d20 systems, uses a d6, but it doesn't read as straight like a normal d6, 1 to 1, 2 to 2. It's modified. So if you don't have one of these special dice, which are available at
Thank you.
modifius.us, it will be there's a chart in the book that will tell you what the
BF4.
numbers mean. But it's
All
1
right.
equals 1, 2 equals 2, 3, 4 equals nothing, 5 and 6 equals 1 plus effect.
All right. So I have 3 regular damage plus 2 more with effects.
Right. So effect does your under effects on your weapon does it say
Piercing
anything?
1. So I have
Alright.
piercing
Yeah,
twice.
so
It
that-
happens.
Yes, which just means it goes to any physical damage reduction.
I assume they don't. So yeah, I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage to their torso.
Okay. That blowfly looks particularly wounded.
And that'll be my turn.
Woo!
It's oozing green blood.
Ichor.
Save it. It makes a good tonic for your hair. As I take off the hat and show the bald spot.
And next on the surprise initiative,
Trader Joe.
keep wanting to just say sequence, damn it. I wish they would have said sequence instead of initiative. Anyway, Trader Joe. Sequence is what the game's called it.
Wait for him to get a little bit closer because I got a weenie weapon. And I just pull out my gun and like bang, bang. I will use the aim minor action and then I will shoot. In fact, I am going to actually, since I really suck at this, roll an extra d20 by giving the GM a extra AP for yourself. You also should have 1 AP for every player already. So you should already have 5. Son of a bitch, I did well. Yay. Here's a small. That is the thing. 1, 2. 2 successes. Woo!
Nice.
And then I roll my damage because I'm looking at the defense.
You shooting a fresh one or the one that's almost dead?
I'm shooting the one that's almost dead because my little pea shooter that I just pulled out is. Oh, actually, that would be 2 damage. I have nothing that does effects with my gun currently because he just pulled out a pipe gun because it's what I'm really best at the second. So,
Okay.
but that is 2 damage to it. I just show bam, bam.
All right. It drops in a thunk.
All right. I'm going to write that down. That's 3 kills since I've been in this wilderness.
Does not compute.
All right. Next is Chopper.
Okay, I need to be close range to use the flamer. So I would,
Yeah, your flamer is closer.
are they still long range or medium range now, or could they be close?
Can they move when it's not their turn? I don't think they can.
If they're far away, then I would have to
They're
wait till they get
medium.
closer.
Yeah, we could also
You could spend a luck point. to
Yeah, we could
move
also-
first or something.
Yeah, we can also wait for him to get a bit closer and then use a minor action to move closer to them.
Yeah, because Chinese in a melee person anyway.
Yeah.
So she'll be waiting until they get close enough to.
Is there held actions in? Could I hold an action until they get within range? Or does,
Um,
I didn't see anything about
I don't
that.
see why not.
that I'm not sure what
I don't think it says you can't.
If that's the case, then if I
There
think they're going,
is. It's
oh.
called the ready action.
Oh, ready.
Is it a
Okay.
minor action?
It is a major action, but you choose a major action you will perform.
oh, okay.
So you can hold the major action to attack them whenever they come within range.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll
And-
move over sort of closer to Shiny,
Okay.
the
Unlike
tallest one and the
D&D,
leader.
You don't have to be very specific with it. You just have to choose what major action you will perform.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I will choose to, when they get in close range for the flamer, I will use the flamer on them when they're in range of that.
All right. Okay. That was your turn, Chopper. Larry and Shiny, you both go at the exact same time.
I will let Larry go first.
Okay.
Because I am big and slow.
He freaks out instinctually and he throws the ball peen hammer at the bullet fly.
All right.
I
It's
don't know if
not a
he's in
ranged
range.
weapon.
It's a throwing. Well, it's not throwing either, but
It's not really, it's not really meant for throwing. That's
a
why when you
hammer
throw
throwing
them, the
weapon.
handle has a tendency to hit before the head does, because it's not really meant for throwing.
Probably like
So-
1 damage.
Yeah, it's not really in range because they're medium right now. You know that you could chuck it at them when they get closer, or do you just blindly chuck at their direction, shrieking?
hmm.
How lucky are you?
Or
Very.
do you want to go cower behind the giant super mutant? That is also an option.
I'm just seeing if there's any way I could spend a luck point to just be able to even attempt that.
So
If
there
not, he's
is
just gonna freak out and pull out his double-barreled shotgun and fire at it.
there is the idea that AP can be used to do stuff the story wouldn't normally allow for. You don't currently have any, but you could give the GM one so that he has more stuff that he can use at us. And I put a picture in the chat, Blake, of what you can do with AP now that you're collecting some.
Nah, I'm gonna. He's just gonna pull out his double-barrel shotgun and just fire at it willy-nilly. I'm not sure if he's in range. The range is C, whatever that is. I'm assuming
Close.
close.
They're medium right now.
Yeah.
You would have to hold an action to wait for they come within range to hit them.
or just
Well,
different
they're coming
difficulty.
into close range with Shiny as well. So
That's true.
Food delivery.
can you eat these things?
There is a scavenge option for them if you've killed them.
Okay.
You can
can
eat
kill them
anything
in
if
a
you cook
roast.
it enough.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
So the
that's fair.
minor action, I guess, is drawing the double barrel shotgun. And I guess
This is fun because I'm learning how to play this while we're playing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, isn't it nuts?
It's awesome.
It's a pretty intuitive system once you actually
Yeah,
start
yeah.
playing
It
it.
seems to be. Yeah.
The double barrel shotgun, I believe, is small guns.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, so you could use your minor to draw the gun and then do a ready action. So when it gets a little bit closer, you just fire at it.
Yeah.
Like, motherfucker!
Oh, good. We can get ourselves some fresh meat instead of them rations.
Yeah, bloatfly stew.
You know
Stu-
that it is an endurance survival check to scavenge meat from the bloatfly. If you succeed, it's a difficulty 0. It will yield you 1 portion of bloatfly meat and 1 uncommon material.
Well, that's if I don't accidentally blow up the smithereens with my double barrel shotgun.
That is true. If you
Mint.
bloody mess the thing, it's not going to be much to scavenge.
Luckily, I don't have that part.
It doesn't do as much as I thought it would.
I guess that's what I do. I draw and ready.
Okay. All right. Shiny.
So Shiny, I had forgot to mention, following with us is a lovely little dog that I say lovely, but it looks like very rough and definitely like a mutt that's seen some days. But Shiny thinks he's the best thing ever. And she's going to use her minor action to direct him to attack it when it gets close. And then major action to hit it. So he is going to use his action to assist. And basically I roll for him. If he hits, then as long as he gets 1 success, he deals his damage, and I get to add his damage. Hang on, I have to read it again. The perk. Let's see. When he assists me, yeah, he inflicts his damage if I hit. So yeah, so
Okay.
wait for them to
All
get
right.
in range, and then all of our, I think, stuff triggers. I'll say the folks with the guns maybe want to go first before my dog jumps into melee.
They move very quickly towards Shiny. Because they're flying, they ignore difficult terrain, and they fly relatively quickly towards you, ignoring all ground-based obstacles.
Yeah.
So yeah, they move real quickly. So Larry, your action goes off because they get within range, and Chopper, yours goes off. So we'll start with Chopper since your action was ready just a few seconds before Larry's.
Okay.
They pass right by you, heading towards the giant sack of meat that is your friend Shiny.
I got 1 success.
1 success.
Yeah.
Their defense is 2, so is that a miss? Then
That's hard.
you flamed at them, and they're
Yeah.
just so small. You thought they would be bigger, but they're not, and that's why you missed.
It's hard to operate on a moving target.
Right. But they're moving. They're really small, and they're not moving in a straight line either. They're moving like all over the place, like a fly on steroids or
They're
cocaine.
flying steroids.
I mean, they're like a fly on steroids that's also high on cocaine. That's how they're moving through the air. Larry, your turn.
Oh, poor Flybert.
Okay, so even though I aimed with the double barrel shotgun, it is
Huh?
accurate, so I gain no benefits from the aim.
Right.
Ready? No, this is very much in character.
Oh, is that what
And-
inaccurate does?
Yes,
Yeah.
that is
Oh.
exactly what it does.
It means
I'm looking
aiming
at it.
does. It means aiming does nothing.
Rip.
And
Well-
then it has vicious
know.
property.
Yeah.
Pipe guns have a tendency to be that.
Vicious.
Not all of them, but some of them.
The flamers like that as well. That's good to know.
Is
Mhm.
that what it was?
Yeah, don't aim it.
Vicious
Just point it their
deals-
direction and let it
Oh,
roll.
Vicious-
that's an effect, not a quality.
It
Quality
still-
or whatever.
It still means so that when you roll your damage, if you roll a 5 or a 6 on your damage, it deals 1 extra damage for each 5 and 6 you roll.
Okay, so now that I'm rolling to fire with the thing, it's 2d20s, right?
Correct.
And I'm going off of the TN.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, which is your skill
Agility
plus agility.
plus
Yeah,
all
and if I
that.
get my skill or lower, it's a crit.
Correct.
A nat 1 and a nat 7 makes it so I get a crit and a success.
So 3 successes, yeah. So you hit and got
You-
AP.
Hit and got, yeah.
I got myself a gosh darn AP.
So you could use it for something else, use it for damage, use it for another minor action, or put it in the pool.
Okay, so since I got 3 successes, how does damage go?
So your weapon should have like a little symbol that's the like face in a blue square
Yes.
and a number next to it.
That many
That's how many
D6s?
D6s you roll.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's
And then
slowly coming back to me.
Yeah.
And then I'm just rolling to see if I get a 5 or 6.
1, 2, 5, or 6. Ignore 3 and 4.
Okay. So I got the perk better criticals.
Mhm.
So if I inflict 1 or more points of damage, I can spend 1 luck and make it automatically crit. Inflict a critical hit, causing an injury.
Nice.
Huh.
I'm not sure what that means though.
I don't know either. Let's find
Because if
out.
I'm already doing a
Um,
point of damage, then that's just saying if you're
An
doing a point of damage,
injury
you're doing
could
another
be-
point of damage, maybe.
Well, an injury could be more than that, though.
Critical
What is-
hits occur whenever
Oh.
a character suffers 5 or more damage.
Yeah, so critical hits
Oh.
is essentially 0 for lots of things. Doesn't mean you're dead. It means you start taking criticals, which is what permanently injures and kills you and stuff like that. Certain creatures don't really have that. Those like minions and stuff. So
Oh.
yeah.
So you're saying I'm ignoring 3s and 4s on those
Correct.
rolls, right?
Mhm.
And I got a 5 and a 6 that went through. So what would
Mhm.
that mean?
So you got a 5 and a 6, and that's it.
Yes.
Okay, so 2 damage. Because
Okay,
both
and
5 and
then-
6 count as 1 damage for you.
Okay, and then I'm going to use a luck point to do a critical.
Yeah, so
That's my,
torso would probably make the only thing that makes sense for these things, or maybe the head.
I'm going to shoot it in the head.
You are momentarily dazed and lose your normal actions for your next turn. Furthermore, you
Ooh,
cannot see
alright.
clearly and increase the difficulty of all tests which rely on vision by +2.
All right. As stated in his statistic or its statistic block, you're not sure this blows gender. How dare you assume such? It falls to the ground because when it's stunned, it falls. So it's stunned, you hit it, it's stunned, and it falls to the ground. It's not dead, but it's stunned. So it just falls to the ground, taking more damage because
It's
it fell to the ground.
It's just doing that fly thing where it just lands
Yeah.
on the ground and
You're like,
zips around on the floor.
boom, and you unleash a shotgun blast, and the fly goes. And it's not dead. You can see it kind of flapping around, like doing that fly thing where it's spinning around on the ground in one place.
Mhm.
It's not quite dead yet, but it is spinning around in the ground like a top. And Trader Joe, did you ready an action with your pipe gun? Or did you
No,
just get it out?
No, he just shot it.
You just
okay.
shot it
Yeah.
in this range. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna have my dog bite it.
Yep. And Shiny, your melee actions for you and dog meat go off.
Bork, wolf.
Dog
wolf.
meat is trying
wolf
to
bark.
get it, and he just whiffs hard. Poor buddy. And
Okay,
I'm gonna
Go
try
get
the
it.
same
Go get
thing.
it. And he chases
I
his
don't
tail.
want to be terrible at this, so I'm gonna give you a AP so that I can roll an extra
Ooh.
D20.
My AP goes into the pool for everybody to use, right? I
If you
generated
choose
that.
to.
If you choose to, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I would have chose that. So you can use that if you want.
Okay, cool. So you do not get an extra one.
Essentially, meta-wise, I want Larry to be
Darn it.
your AP generator for the party.
In other words, Scotty, you're supporting Cat.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Thank you, because I needed it. I got 2 successes exactly.
Ooh, okay. Awesome. That's enough.
Yeah. And I'm using the baseball bat, which is 4 dice of damage. So, for the I think that Scott, yours should have done a little bit extra. Because if you roll a 5 and a 6 regularly and you don't have the vicious, it just
Mhm.
deals 1 damage plus an effect if you have it. So it would deal 1 plus 1 for you.
Oh, so it should have been like 4 damage.
Yeah, I think.
Should that have totaled up to 6 then?
I guess.
Instead
you
of
only
the
got-
5?
You only got
I got 2 successes. Well, the damage was a 5 and a 6.
Yeah.
And that's all I got.
so
Okay.
that would have been 1
So
damage
instead
and
of the
1
2,
damage.
it would have been 4 because
Correct,
the
yes.
vicious does extra. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Yay.
So I also did 4 damage with my baseball bat on the one that's on the ground.
Yeah, it scooshes.
Do you aim at a specific part of it?
No, just center of mass. She wants it to splatter everywhere.
Center mass splat. It makes a fly pancake.
Yeah, she goes for maximum carnage.
Yeah, it's not scavengeable because it's a crater.
Oh,
It's a fly crater. And that leaves 1 fly left. And so
Come get it, bitey.
it is gonna try to stab at you
Oh God, what is that, Scott?
with its
Oh
butt.
God.
it's its abdomen. You know,
It's his
Ugh.
ass.
it's the juicy bits.
One of
Shiny
them might have that.
would absolutely eat
you don't need
this.
you don't need to put it in a stew because it's already like its own little bowl and it's
It's a meat bowl.
yeah.
Ugh.
You put the bread inside.
That's disgusting. Shiny's a little disappointed when she realizes this. But what does the bloatfly do?
The bloatfly is going to use larvae dart.
Yeah.
Okay. My defense is 1, so I assume that means your difficulty is 1.
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay.
Sounds right.
It had 1 success.
Okay, so it rolls this damage.
Hmm.
Shiny,
look
out!
You're actually immune to some of this damage because some of this damage is radioactive.
Fuck you guys.
So you,
Radioactive.
Tastes spicy.
yes, you gain a bit of gamma radiation, which you're not concerned about, and you also take 2 physical damage as a dart stabs into you from its
Okay.
butt.
You would maybe want to roll a d20 to determine where it hits me, because it matters if it hits one of my arms or my torso more.
Oh,
I
right.
got the two. I got the
I got
location
a
dice.
7 on my d20. Oh, you know what? Roll the location dice. I want to see them in action.
Oh,
I didn't see
torso.
anything.
Nothing
Torso.
fun.
No,
Okay.
I am happy for torso because it means it hits my armor. I have an armor of 1.
That's why we're disappointed.
So nothing happens because I have armor of 1, Kevin?
Does the armor give you damage
Subtracts that.
resistance to physical?
Yeah, you subtract it, so you would have took
Yeah.
2 damage, but your armor gives you 1.
It's
so you
Witcher.
take 1 damage.
It's Witcher armor.
Oh, okay. I for some reason I thought I only took 1 damage. Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, it can reduce it to 0. Not
Okay.
negatives don't heal.
Cool.
We don't have
cool.
the hacks and to
All right.
heal negative damage.
So initiative starts over again. Kira, there is a bloatfly crater, a dead bloatfly, and a bloatfly engaged in melee with Shiny that looks relatively untouched.
Bloatfly puts his hands up. Oh,
It's Cuphead. There's an actual boss that's like a little fly, and it's like
Yeah.
Yeah, it shoots that like needle thing at Shiny, and she just like pulls it out from a spot between her armor, picks her teeth with it, and then drops it and picks up the baseball bat again.
Nice. What do you choose to do, Kira?
it do 2 strike.
I will use my minor action to draw items. So I'll put my rifle down and pull out my 10 millimeter pistol.
Mhm.
And I'll take a shot at it.
That's a small pistol. No, I'm
Yeah.
is that the size of the pistol that matters?
Size of the bullet.
Can't use it. That's what my pa/brother/grandpa said.
Oof.
These are correct.
I'm really hoping this is just he doesn't remember which family member said it. I'm
It's all of them.
hoping.
It's the
Larry's a
legal
ghoul.
family.
His memory's a little hazy.
His
All right,
memory,
so I
like
get
him,
rid
is a
of
bit rotten.
one.
A little micro.
Goopy.
So I got
Yeah,
2
little
crits.
goopy.
So I got 4 successes.
What the hell? Everybody else?
Oh, hey, it's a classic Vex character.
I rolled a 1 and a 2.
To be fair, literally the only thing Shiny is good at is combat. So
I'm really good at shooting guns.
I am good at smashing things and climbing, and that's about it.
And then so I'm just gonna dump. I'm gonna dump both because I assume when you beat it by it's what was the difficulty of it? 2.
Yeah, it's defenses too.
So I get 2
Alright, defense.
AP, and I might as well just spend both of them. I'm gonna just spend both of them to do more damage.
Okay.
I'm just
Be
dropping.
thankful. Be thankful you didn't critically miss because you could have hit your friend. You could have accidentally shot your friend instead.
It's fine. I can take it.
I mean, yeah, but that's beside the point.
All right, so it takes 3 points of damage as I shoot it with my pistol, not my revolver. I do not have one of those.
Do you have to state if you're aiming for like a head or a limb? Or something?
I all of my shots are torso. That's a
Okay.
guarantee because of my perk. Well, it's not a guarantee. I just always am going to take that because I just rather shoot the chest.
Yeah, there's
just-
probably rules for that somewhere.
There-
It's often random.
Because each thing can have a different like defense.
Yeah.
That's why I was thinking that.
Yep.
Each one would have different resistance.
But
Please.
does the game master just like roll randomly where it hits? If
You
hit?
literally, it's part of your. I'd assume part of your damage roll would literally be where you hit.
Yeah,
like
from what
Kevin's a
I,
specialized die for it.
Yeah,
from what I
unless you,
recall, there might be a cold shots.
Yeah, there's
There
a
is.
call system where you can aim for specific things.
And it's important
Otherwise,
for
it's kinda
certain
random.
creatures
Oh.
because certain creatures' defense changes based on where you're shooting.
Yeah.
them.
Much like
it's
us.
actually on the character sheet.
Yeah.
They have like head is 1 to 20 on the
Yeah.
d20.
Yeah.
So if you don't state it,
Head
the
is
DM
1
just
to
rolls a
2.
d20. And,
Head is 1 to 2.
1 to
yes.
2. Yeah.
You hit it in the left arm.
I always hit it in the torso. I choose
1
to hit
to
it in the
20,
torso.
always headshot.
Which left arm? He has 3.
I
Well,
3 damage to send 3
It's a
damage
fly.
to
He's
send
got six
COM.
one
legs.
damage to each leg.
3 damage COM.
All of
to
his
the
toes.
torso
Yeah. Okay.
Is what I
3.
do. And yeah, that'll be my turn.
All right. Next on the sequence is Trader Joe.
All right, give me a second. All right, so let me roll my
Don't squish
dice.
this when it goes good with the rat possum tail.
I'm shooting it. Oh, I actually got 2 successes. Oh,
Ooh,
I rolled a 3 and an 18.
ooh.
Wait, an 18?
The 3 is a crit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Oh,
because the 3 is under
okay.
his
Tagged skill.
Yeah.
Yes, a massive 2 damage.
Woo! All right. Well, it's taken 2 from you and 3 from Kira, or 2 from Kira. You did 3. Yeah,
3. Blah.
So it's taken 5 altogether. All right. Chopper.
I'm gonna cook dinner for
All
everybody.
right. Move
Ooh,
over and engage Flamer.
he is gonna cook something else later.
Yeah,
A
so
double
ju-
miss.
Yeah,
Double
just in
miss.
general,
Oh, okay, but not a 20.
Not a
No, there's no
20.
20s.
Okay, good.
2 16s.
in general, if you choose a hit location before you aim, the difficulty increases by 1.
Oh, that's easy. That's easy to
Yeah.
remember. I like
And
that.
like I said, so it's important because some creatures actually that's a different rule because it lowers their defense. So you may have an even
Yeah.
better chance of hitting
But yeah, that's the rules for specifying where to hit if you need to. It's just a stat blanket, 1 difficulty increase. So it's not like a chart where head and arm is higher or lower and stuff like
Right.
that. So just so we
them.
know.
All right. Chopper, you missed. So
That's right.
Larry and or Shiny. We'll do Larry since you went
Um,
first on the 10s
Yeah,
last
go
time.
for it.
It has firing rate on here. I'm sorry. We keep going into cool stuff.
Oh.
So does that mean I can't fire?
No, I think
What's the firing rate?
0.
I mean, no. So firing rate just determines how many ammo you can spend per shot. You
Yeah,
can spend.
That means
Like-
0 then.
No, it's guaranteed you do 1 shot. You just can't spend extra ammo. It literally is the idea of you can't put more shots downwind in your same attack. It's like I have a bolt action rifle, right?
You
So,
can't
like,
burst fire your shotgun.
Do we have
Exactly.
to use any actions to reload?
Minor action to reload,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Let me see. I don't
I would
where
assume
is that?
so.
actions.
What gun are you using?
Double barrel, that's why I'm asking. I'd be reloading the most
There's-
often out of everybody.
There's no reload.
Okay.
Oh.
It's
All right,
just
well, you just
assume
reload.
that you're reloading as
I guess
part
that's
of
the
your
fire
taking
rate.
a shot. It's
Okay.
assumed that you're going to take that shot because yeah, as far as I can see, like there's no
Okay.
change.
Yeah, okay.
Like, if
here's
it had a
here's what it
reload-
says. There are a few weapons that have a fire rate of 0. All this means is the weapon fires so slowly or requires reloading so frequently that it's impossible to spend additional shots on it.
Yeah,
So that's what that means.
because
Yeah,
most
okay.
guns don't have like what their capacity is, right?
Yeah.
Like they don't have they don't have their
Pretty sure
bags.
that's what's anticipated for like a flamethrower or like a rocket launcher.
There's-
Typically,
there's
you get
only-
one use from it, and that's it.
there's only one bloodfly left, right? And it's in close
Yep.
range now.
Yep.
Correct.
Okay,
I'm,
so it's a cone.
I'm going to
rules.
spend a
Alright.
luck point. So instead of using, I already lost track of what it was. Instead of using agility for the shot, I'm using luck.
Okay.
I'll save you. Bang. Okay, so fortunately it's not tagged, but it's definitely 2 successes.
All right, that's definitely a hit. Then it's got 2 defense.
Roll your damage.
And if it's trying to remember how do you crit? What makes it a crit again?
If you get under whatever your your rank in the skill is. So like I have a rank 3 athletics. If I get a 3 or lower, that's a crit.
Okay. Yeah, I got 2 flat 8s. So as I drop everything. All right, let me roll the damage. So I ignore 3s and 4s for some reason.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a reason for how the dice work because of an older system, but it's silly, then I don't like it.
4 successes and one of them was a 6, if that matters.
6 means your vicious weapon does 1 more damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you got how many? What were the
4 out
numbers?
of the 5 succeeded. One of the
So-
dice was a 3. So,
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Because 1 is 1 damage, 2 is 2 damage, 5 and 6.
oh, okay. I didn't keep track of that, so
Yeah,
I'm
sorry.
gonna need to re-roll. It's okay. Okay, so 1 and 2 is 1 damage, right?
1 is 1 damage, 2 is 2 damage. So the way that I do it is just in your dice tray, like group 1s together, group 2s together, and then 5 and 6. So
Okay,
how many
Ignore
ones
3
did you
and
get?
4.
Give me just a moment. I got 1 more.
Mhm.
Okay, I got a 1, a 2, a 6, and a 6.
So that is 3 regular damage and then 4 from the 2 6s. So
Right.
7 damage.
You
I
point
aim
the
for the
shotgun.
I aim for the head.
You
'cause
point
of
the
course it-
shotgun at it, and it's irrelevant what you're aiming for. As you did so much damage, you just painted the bloat fly all over your friend Shiney in a shower of gore as the shotgun disintegrated it into paste.
These are the days when I
Damn.
really wish
Because I
I
used-
had a soundboard that could make the Halo pop grunt pop sound or a thing grunt sound.
I pull out the shotgun and it just goes Slayer.
He's like, yay!
So because I used luck on that shot, can we say I evaporated just the head and not the parts I wanted to eat later?
You did more than its hit points in damage with your hit, and it already took 5 damage. It
Mhm.
was clinging on to 1
might be a
hit
spray.
point when you did 7 points of damage to
Okay,
it.
that's fair. That's fair. All right.
There,
You turned it into paste.
there's
So-
one that
so
did
it
not
just
get
goes-
paste.
Yeah,
So it's
There's
just
yeah,
one
red,
that is just dropped.
so red paint splatters all over the back wall, and Larry's like, "Damn it, I want to eat that."
There's
Actually,
one right there.
Shiny just
actually,
like
red
wipes her
paint-
face.
Yeah, red paint splatters all over Shiny.
She like
So-
wipes her
Oh,
face,
okay.
and then like when her arm drops back to her side, the dog just walks over and starts licking the goo, the gore
Just licking
off
the
of
blood
her
and
arm.
gore off of your arm. Yeah.
Okay, you got to get better at catching flying things, buddy. That's embarrassing.
All right. Is anyone going to attempt to harvest meat from the one bloat fly that didn't get exploded?
Oh,
Lucky
no,
seems
no,
yes.
to want
wait.
to.
I can help.
All right. It is an endurance survival test.
Would
The
it be?
Okay.
difficulty is 0.
Oh, so anyone could just do it easily without challenge.
If the difficulty is 0, you automatically succeed.
It
Yeah,
lets you roll
but-
2 20s, right?
Yeah, so if it's 0, you can still choose to roll. The reason for that is you can generate AP for further stuff, but you do run the risk of getting a 20, which is a complication.
It's
Which
So you
means you
can
might
basically
waste it.
still 2d20, right?
Yes.
I rolled it because why not? I mean, I didn't get 20s, so it's fine.
All right. You got 1 bloatfly meat and 1 uncommon material.
That's my favorite kind of material.
Pulls out shotgun. How?
It's in the video game. That's totally what would happen. Yeah. Kills bloatfly, drops nuke. What the heck?
legendary fat man found.
It's just a mini nuke. How did the bloatfly
Granted,
carry this?
I believe actually bloatfly is one of the few enemies that can't spawn as legendary in the game.
Yeah, they can't. No, they're always.
There's a few.
just
There's a
bloatfly.
couple. I just watched a video of someone trying to beat the game. Not trying to.
Beat Fallout
Beating
4.
Okay.
beating the Fallout 4 while every single enemy is legendary.
Okay. Here's
Bullet
what they have
sponges.
listed. So uncommon materials can be things such as copper, aluminum, lead, silver, as well as cork, glass, fertilizer, fiberglass, and small components such as gears, springs, and screws. It's not all of those. Those are just like ideas.
Okay.
Examples.
It had a gear in its stomach.
Okay.
You're not sure how it got the gear in its stomach, but it had a gear in its stomach.
Oh, hey, I was looking for one of these.
Huh.
The teeth are actually decently intact and it's not that badly rusted. You think the stomach acid cleaned it up?
Is anyone injured?
No. Wait,
Shiney took a stab.
I would perform first aid upon
Wait.
Shiny.
Where did
Given
Shiny go?
permission.
Shiny?
Oh, Shiny's using a loo over there.
Please don't disturb the patient.
Oh, I thought she got
All right.
what are
let's
them kids
see.
called? She got snapped or something.
Nah, not since the time of 86.
Hmm?
I thought that was a bite.
No, that's 89.
Hmm.
Or is it 83?
Are you naming the numbers of years where Die Hard came out?
No, most stars came out in the 90s and 2000s. There's a reference to the Five Nights at Freddy's, the bite of 86, the bite of 83.
Mm-hmm.
So Shiny, you were injured. I would perform first aid.
Oh,
Just comes
yes,
over
I
and
guess
puts
it
a
was
tiny
injured.
little
Okay.
Hello Kitty Band-Aid on the mark.
Make an intelligence medicine check.
Yes.
Unless you're
What's the-
choosing to perform surgery, then it's
what's-
agility.
What's the
Amputation.
difficulty?
It's into. I'll just use what you said. I rolled a 1 and an 18.
All right.
That'd be 2 successes.
Yep.
Oh, 2 successes.
Because a 1 is always a crit.
So you gain. I heal you for 6 health
Health points.
because of a perk and a first aid.
Damn.
Overhealed.
Nice. Oh, nice. All
Yeah.
right.
I feel
Yeah.
great.
Shiny explodes from too much positive energy.
wrong campaign.
Your
But-
muscles get a little bit bigger.
This
That
will
felt
help
really-
you. Steroids.
It's called
that felt
blood
really
doping.
good.
I'm just imagining there's like little teeny tiny cut, and like you pull out the needle and thread, and you're like, okay, here's some anesthetic. And I'm like, what the fuck is anesthetic?
Yeah.
I don't even feel that.
I can't even
What we
say
call
that
these
word.
mushrooms.
What
that
do you
don't find
mean?
in
What do you
caves.
mean an anesthetic is here? I didn't know she was coming over.
What do you mean sterilize? What's that word mean?
Is that something to do with stairs?
That's when we use the flamer.
Yeah, it's the perfect
Wait a
sterilization.
minute, I have poison immunity. Does that mean I am immune to like
Yeah,
infections?
it
It's
also
almost
means
like
you're immune to
you're-
alcohol.
It's almost like you were designed to be a super soldier.
I don't
Yeah.
think.
Evolution
I
of
don't think
human
infections
humanity.
count as a poison.
And
I'm not sure. I'm
disease-
just.
Disease is is a separate thing from poison. Poison is something that, like, say you run into rad scorpions. Rad scorpions could sting the shit out of you, and you're going to be like,
Or
"Wow,
or
that hurt because
Cazador.
you
or
stabbed me."
Cazadors.
Yeah, Cazadors could sting the shit out of you, and their stab is going to be the only thing that hurts you. The
cool.
poison won't do
There's a
anything.
lot of venom out here in the
Sweet.
wasteland.
Yeah.
So yeah, rad scorpions, one of the deadliest ones. Yeah, it's nothing to you. Their stab is going to hurt, but the rest of it.
It's
Not
just
so much.
pointy.
Rip the tail
Uh,
off.
if these bloat flies had hit any of your compatriots, they would have gotten some radiation, but except Chopper, but you and Chopper
Larry.
are immune to it. Oh yeah,
Larry.
Larry's not affected by radiation.
90% of the party, except for the 2 humans.
Yeah, the 2 humans would definitely have not been happy to see the bloat flies go after
The
them.
bloat flies, they could just like suction cup onto me, and I would be healing the damage they're dealing to me.
Yeah, The radiation would do nothing. Be healing it, actually. Yeah, that's right.
Well, we got some extra dinner for the stew. So that's I guess were we gonna set up camp or were we moving on?
Yes, we were going
You
to
were
set
setting
up
Yeah, I
up
camp.
think we were setting up
Alright.
camp
Yeah,
because
you
Well,
set
let
up
me
camp.
take this lean 2 and try to make it into a lean 5.
Lean-
it's fine. I can sleep under the sky.
You could hang a
Uh,
quarter off of Chopper.
I
If you're
don't
going
think
to
I could
attempt to
fit.
start a fire, I need intelligence survival from someone.
I can do
Oh,
that.
Otherwise, if you're just going to kind of go to sleep, or Chopper could just
Oh.
find something burnable and light it because flamethrower.
Also,
I'm
the
gonna
hover jet thing is.
Yeah, and Chopper is literally flying.
Wait.
Chopper doesn't have legs.
I will give a-
Wait, just a gosh darn second.
Hanging
We
there
need,
standing.
we need a fire. Shiny just went to the restroom, right?
Radioactive piss.
What?
Oh,
a
not the
thing?
not the serious kind. Okay, never mind.
Ah, yeah,
don't-
used to poo.
The humans don't want burning
Mm.
radiation nearby.
Why
Probably
not?
not.
I don't know. That's what they taught us.
It's
That's
more-
why I
Because we
programmed
can
to
die
know that
from it.
information.
It's like bad or something.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're weak. They must be protected.
Mhm.
I don't know. That's what the government was saying about the bombs getting under the table and did nothing to me. Just as pretty as I was.
You're almost certain that Larry probably didn't look like that.
The table,
like to
the
think-
table saved you.
I like to think he has at least 20% of his mullet still, but the rest of that scalp has fallen off.
Or but just rotted off or whatever.
Oh, and he doesn't have a nose.
Yeah. Most ghouls don't have a nose.
Mhm.
Well, I mean,
Your ears
It's a
also would
setup,
probably fall
build
off.
a little fire.
Yeah, most of them
Yeah.
don't have ears and a nose.
That's why
What?
there's no shark ghouls because they're all cartilage.
Yep.
Oh, don't go there. I'm actually surprised they don't have like ghoul sharks.
There is nothing aquatic other than Meyer Lurk stuff.
Lame.
Mm.
Anyway.
And
Okay,
the Meyer
so
Lurks are still
whoever-
pretty sketch because the ones they have in the book aren't the ones that I'm using in this particular campaign. So
Okay,
whoops.
I'm gonna try to cook that blood fly with whatever. Oh no, we're still trying to make a fire. That's what we were trying to do. Chopper.
You find some dry wood. Yeah, there's a lot of it. It's a wasteland.
Great.
And whoever
Things that
lovely
used to be
there.
trees, it's all dry now.
whoever
stack
was
'em up, I'll
attempting
burn
to
'em
make
down.
the lean-to bigger, Shiny will help lift heavy rocks around and shit like
Well,
that.
I was
believe
gonna do
Joe.
it.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to, and then I realized that I looked at my character sheet wrong, so I am not attempting to build a shelter.
Okay.
Wait, would this be survival endurance?
To build a shelter would be intelligence survival.
Yeah, I don't have.
I'm good at.
sure.
I have very high intelligence.
Sure, I'll do that.
Not it.
Not it. I mean it. I'm it. Me.
I can help.
Yeah, Shiny can move big stuff.
2 failures.
All right. You put a rock on the ground and assume that the shelter is perfect.
There we go.
And then the rock breaks in
Just
half.
imagine like we're like, okay, we're gonna
What
make the bigger and we start stacking the moving shit
you're
from the
like,
existing
this will make
shelter
it
and
easier. So you put rocks on top of the lean-to and
Here.
it collapses and now the whole lean-to is broken.
Here, I'm gonna RP it. So it's like, here, we just need to make ourselves a nice foundation, sturdy rock. Nothing will break it. And as he puts it down, it breaks in half.
Yeah. And after
Huh.
having broken the lean-to that was there, the rock you dropped also breaks.
Huh.
Shit.
Very good.
And catches fire.
okay.
Larry just shrugs and just.
And
That happened to me last night when I rolled the equivalent of a nat 1 in
How did
Nice.
Larry make it to 200 years old?
in Mage the Ascension.
luck.
That's true.
Basically, yeah.
All right, you end up sleeping under the stars tonight, which
Oh,
Nothing-
look at all the pretty stars.
nothing accosts you.
It's the
You
south. It's warm.
do see something odd in the distance as you're all getting ready to hunker down for the night. In the distance you're heading to,
Oh,
where on the end of the horizon there, where the city is, you see an orange glow,
like from the ground.
like from around where the city would be on the horizon.
Ooh, that means something is there. That or it's irradiated beyond belief.
One or the other.
It's
that's
too
by
early for
accident.
In
dawn.
Fallout lore, radiation is always green.
I'm colorblind.
That's
could
them.
also be on
That's them
fire.
city lights. We're near a city.
Probably. Well,
I
that's
like
where we're going.
cities. Last city I went into, it was pretty nice. I met some nice people. I only got mugged 3 times.
That
I
is
never
pretty
liked the
nice,
city.
yeah.
Everyone's all mean in the city.
Well, that's because you look like
Trader
ass.
Joe, you have
Hey.
traded to El Paso.
Yeah, they got great salsa there. Not like the shit from New York.
What is
I've never
salsa?
been to New
New
York.
York City.
Get the
New York City.
What is
Is there any way we could
salsa?
try to determine what the orange glow is? Like some sort of check or something? Memory?
You sure can. That would be an intelligence
Science?
survival or an intelligence science.
I'll do science. There's the same.
Yeah.
Okay, a 20 and a 15, so not good.
All right. You're fairly certain that that's probably the city lights. Cities have lights. At least
Yeah,
to your
that's true.
knowledge, they did. Cities have lights, so it must be city lights. Your
Intelligence.
databanks go back to before the war, so cities had lights. Must be the lights. That's all it is. Just the lights. Probably nothing to worry about.
Intelligence survival.
With so many lights, there's probably people, which makes it safe.
Right.
Mm.
See, must be really safe.
Makes
Hold up, Paso
perfect.
safe. Like I said, I only got mugged 3 times.
I got a 2, which I have 2 ranks in it in survival. So does that count as a crit, or is that only when it's tagged?
I think it's only when it's tagged. Otherwise, a 1 is
Okay.
a crit.
Okay, 2 successes then, just 2 normal successes.
I got 2 successes and a 20 because I rolled a 1 and a 20.
That's not confusing.
I think we gotta get to the place to see what's up.
Yeah, I don't know. It's glowing.
Yeah.
Eh.
You got how many successes, Shiny?
2 and a
Technically two.
complication.
So 1.
Well,
Wow.
Does complication do something?
A complication
Sometimes.
takes away the success, doesn't it?
No, complication has several effects. If you can't think of anything, you get, I believe, 2 AP from it. Otherwise, you can cause issues for the player. So, like, if you're firing, you get complication. You can basically like
Your gun
gun
jams.
breaks.
Well, I'm not going to say that you go blind from looking in that direction. So I'm going to say that that just counts as a fail.
Yeah.
Complications.
I just pulled it up.
How far can we walk in a day? Because they said it was 200 miles.
Well,
A
you'd
long
already
way.
traveled some today to get to the bunker. So
Uh-huh.
this was
See
kind
there-
of like you got down the bottom of the large hill that the mountain has,
That's
and
gonna
you
be
kind of
several
found a
days.
spot to just stay here. Now you're
Right,
going to
makes
go
sense.
make the next few days journey there.
Should have
it's
got
like
skateboards or
20,
something.
25
wheels.
miles a day or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Let's see.
I didn't really notice a speed stat anywhere.
This doesn't
There
use
isn't.
it uses range increments and bands more
Right.
because
But
the
for, like,
assumption is you're really
traveling.
moving. Yeah.
The average human being can walk 20 to 30 miles a day.
Yeah, that's why I was like about 25 because of different distances, legs.
While we're looking at the orange glowing distance, Larry's just like, man, they must be having a really nice barbecue.
That'd be about 8 days. If we're
We coulda
moving
had a nice
25 miles
barbecue
a day.
Yeah.
You hadn't exploded all the food.
Well, we do have. He did grab one there, asked us to eat.
I believe it's called an Indominant.
Ah,
Nailed it.
It can be unsafe to eat ass.
I call them bulbous butts.
I like that name
God
better.
damn it.
Medically speaking.
Yeah.
So
Reminds me
Larry's
of a
going to attempt to
song,
cook. I'm assuming endurance survival.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, it seems like endurance has come up a lot and survival.
It's almost like we're traveling and need to survive. in
It,
a
sure.
quick
Yeah.
wasteland.
Endurance is kind of the thing.
Glad I have 7.
Yeah. So yeah, yeah. The bulbous rear end of the bloat fly. They're really good.
Oh, it's not so
delicious.
bulbous now because I got 2 failures.
Up, you burned it.
I
like my medium well.
It's now charcoal and not usable as food. And
Yeah.
so
Use
is
it to
the
cook
stick
other
you
food.
used to cook it with.
Shiny's just got like I don't see the problem. It tastes amazing.
Shiny, if you eat it anyway, it still counts as food for you, but maybe not for anyone else. Larry, you would hardly consider this charcoal, let alone food.
Oh, I see
It's real
A
tough on your
typo.
gums.
a typo in the book.
Oh,
and the few teeth that you have.
so
Right.
yeah, I guess we settle down and
You eat some
we-
rations.
we should probably take shifts and watching for the night. It seems like Kira's dinner is not agreeing with her, so maybe she can sit this
Well-
one out.
Well, I think Chopper doesn't need to sleep because he's super machine.
You need to recharge your batteries or something, right?
I thought solar power. I thought you were solar powered.
I consume fuel just as anyone else does.
Huh.
Oh, okay. Need you some charcoal.
I
Well,
do
that
not
wa-
grab it. It falls on the ground.
That one
Chopper-
robot lied to me.
Chopper, your fuel is more in the terms of a nuclear battery.
Oh,
It's more
yeah.
in the terms of it goes for maybe a few thousand years before
I
it
use
runs
I
out of
use
charge.
molecules for fuel molecules.
Yes.
I stumbled
Well,
over saying that, but you get the idea.
Yeah. In a very complicated way, Chopper says, I don't really need to eat what you eat. But it's very complicated, so it's hard for anyone to understand that doesn't have science.
If anyone has any tungsten atoms,
Just
I got some titanium ingots.
I mean, I think there was like a guy named Adam back at the base, but he didn't come with us, so
No. You're thinking of the religion I'm part of. We all worship the holy Adam.
why were we brought here in secret?
Wow.
I think the Brotherhood is still just like secret shit.
You know that that's kind of their thing.
Like
They're
one time
always
I was like,
clanking around.
yeah, like time when I used to have my store back in the day, one of those members came in and were like, hey, I want to buy some. And I was like, cool, it's it. And before I even said anything, he's like, no, we got to go in the back in secret so we can make a deal. And he just wanted a regular thing. I mean, there's no reason to go in the back and like haggle out there, but he didn't want anyone to know that he was buying a double-eared phylactic device.
My family's part of that Adam religion or whatever. I don't know. I haven't seen them in a while. It seems kind of weird. They all wanted to just go out into the desert and just start praising this
Oh.
bomb that's just sitting out there.
Oh, the Church of Conchilla?
I
The
don't think
festival
that's
in the
right,
desert? No?
but maybe.
All right. The evening goes by relatively uneventful. You do not run into any more bloat flies. Taking watch, you note that Chopper doesn't have to really offline or sleep either. Chopper can kind of just take all watches because, you know,
well, I
she
figured he
has-
might have
they-
stuff
they-
to do.
they kind of have vision in multiple directions, so it's very easy to just kind of rotate a few times and see what's
Mhm.
around you.
Vision in all three directions.
So it kind of just ever so slightly move to see literally everything. So
Yeah.
drifting around slowly in a circle, since Chopper also doesn't get dizzy, Chopper can literally see everything.
I see all things.
Chopper sees too many things.
It's seen too many things. End of the day comes, and so does the wonderful, wonderful scorching heat that comes along with it. And now you know why the Brotherhood probably moved at night a lot and camped out during the day sometimes, because good God, is it hot.
Fucking Texas.
Wow, something smells like bacon.
That would be you, Larry.
Looks
Ah.
like it too.
Puts my hat on.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Everyone loves bacon. It's not
Yeah.
advised.
What's bacon?
It's unhealthy.
What? You never had bacon before? We got to find ourselves a.
I'm not
Raid.
eating. I'm
Ramen?
not eating any of your strange radiated food.
I'm trying to.
Yeah, I
remember
mean,
what
she
it's
ate the
called. A rat-
charcoal soup last night and was just.
Kira refuses to eat any of the blowfly stuff. She eats the rations.
No, I didn't.
Burn.
I didn't even that. I didn't even eat that. The fire kind of caught on fire.
Yeah, lucky Larry got unlucky with the meat. Maybe if we had some ketchup, it would have been good.
You travel along the roadway, and you
We should
travel
sing our
for
song.
quite some time.
How
Disagree.
about the quiet
And about
song?
the only thing you run into
Hi-ho,
are rocks,
hi-ho,
dirt, and
it's On
road.
the road we go.
That's good news that we're not meeting up with anyone.
Right.
They're every
And at
game
a-
for you to play.
and at about the time you
Oh.
are looking for a place to camp, I'll say
Larry's-
this, and then you can argue
Larry's-
with Leary singing.
Larry's got out his harmonica, and because it's his trinket, can I use it to get another luck point?
Yes.
That is the thing. That's the way you regain
Sure.
luck is by
Yeah.
spending a scene thinking about your trinkets.
My trinket is a garbled hollow disc with random music on it.
I was just thinking when we're traveling, he's playing a harmonica, and that would be that equivalent
Okay.
action.
You should play. Did you know the Charleston?
I think so.
He's not that old.
I'm
He
just
definitely is that
imagining you're
old.
like, yeah, I think I know that one, and then continues playing whatever song he was playing right before
Yeah.
this.
And that's
think I know
exactly
that
what
one.
Larry does.
And then I start playing a Megalovania on the harmonica.
I keep seeing that word pop up.
For
You
my-
know,
and
You know, Intergalactic by the Beastie Boys.
yeah.
No.
yes, I do that instead. It's definitely that.
Trevor has that entire oeuvre programmed into his memory banks.
Um, As we're like looking at setting up this evening, today was really, really, really hot.
Uh-huh.
We want to maybe travel during the night next time.
That is what we
Maybe travel
usually
for a
do.
little bit and then rest in the afternoon.
As you decide to stop for the evening, at about the time you get to stop for the evening, you encounter the gas station that you know Paladin Flume said he would meet you at.
Oh,
The abandoned
Let's
gas
go
station
there.
has a very large overhead area that would normally maybe provide protection from something. You don't know. Assumingly, people parked their Corvairas underneath it somehow and did something with it ages ago when Corvairs used gas, which
There's
is
shade at
weird. They
least.
use nuclear batteries now. So the top of it's kind of collapsed a little, but it's kind of a giant lean-to, large enough for like 12 shinies to lay down under really comfortably. So
And there should be an
There's-
actual building we can
plenty of
go
room.
in.
And there's an actual building next to it that you see Paladin Flume sitting in.
Yeah,
Hey, PF!
Seeing that, yeah, Kira kind of speeds up to the front of the group to meet Paladin Flume. Gives him a salute when if she gets in close to him.
In standard
And-
Paladin Flume fashion, he nods your direction instead of providing the proper salute, which
It's a
you've seen him do
pal.
numerous times.
Because he's a paladin, so he's our pal, right?
Hey,
as we're walking in,
glad you guys made it over.
Shiny looks to Dogmeat. He's friend.
Morph,
Ooh, you have a dog. That's great.
bark, wolf,
Those
This
are
is
really
Dogmeat.
useful.
wolf, bark.
She's
I suppose he didn't name him Terry.
third learning.
In a pinch.
I was about to look up like really shitty dog names, but I didn't think about it, and I just went with
Pencil
Dogmeat.
sharpener.
Evan.
When in
The
doubt,
dirty toe.
dog meat.
Okay.
Legs
No,
monster.
That's a
Pencil
dog
sharpener
name.
is actually
Why
great.
would you name a dog Kevin?
Just like
Wait,
Indiana
have you never
Jones.
heard the story?
No.
They've
In
named
one of
a dozen dogs Kevin.
No, we named one dog Kevin. It just
The
happened
other
to be
group
the
named a
ship
dog
dog.
Kevin.
Okay,
What
I
group
know
named
that
the dog
they've.
Kevin.
I know there's been.
We named the dog in Rialta Cycle Kevin.
I was supposed to say I know there's been NPCs named Kevin, but I didn't know that specifically.
Cat, you remember that? We had the
No,
shit
yeah, that's
dog.
the one I'm talking about. Yeah.
Well, I apologize. In any
I thought you
case,
said shit dog. Not gonna lie.
howdy, pally.
Hey, there's some leftover food here. I don't know how good it is. Some of it's probably a little radioactive, but go
It
ahead.
has to be better than what they cooked last night.
There's some fresh Nuka-Cola in the fridge. Nice and warm, like
Oh,
you'd
there's-
expect.
Hot cola.
I'm trying to remember what it's called, but it's the spam equivalent in Fallout. The cram-o-meter.
Cram.
Cram. It's called cram. Instead of
Oh,
spam, it's called cram.
Oh boy,
I love
cram.
this. My ancestors were Hawaiian. I love this shit.
Anyone who eats food from the gas station instead of the rations gains radiation.
Again, Kira eats rations.
I eat radiation.
Yeah, so Lucky Larry and Shiny, you are unaffected by the max amounts of radiation here. Trader Joe, did you eat a can of cram?
Hell yeah, I ate a cram.
God damn it.
All right, you gain 2 radiation.
Hell yeah, you'll be losing your hair in no time. High five.
I'm not sure what that means.
Lifts up the hat with a bald spot already. Yep.
Usually it reduces your max health, but I don't know.
there's radiation counter on the thing, and then I don't remember what's that come.
Yay.
Is it
It's
in the
probably
book
not-
somewhere?
Probably doesn't.
It
count.
definitely is in the
Better be.
books.
It better be. They
Maybe
don't
it's
have
under
radiation rules.
illnesses.
Huh.
Damage and
Alright.
injury, healing, the environment. Maybe it's under the environment.
Radiation damage.
I probably did it wrong, so it's probably not 2.
Radiation. Radiation damage is applied different. Each point of radiation damage after reduction to the thing reduces the character's maximum health points.
That's how it is in many of the games. That's good that it works the
that's
same.
Fallout 4.
But that's after you get to a certain level, not every
Yeah, you're
point
not-
of radiation.
You're not quite there yet.
Because that's a little ridiculous, harsh.
Yeah, you're not quite to health reducing levels, but you don't recommend eating cans of cram regularly, but a little bit every now and then it's not going to kill you.
I'm building up resistance so I can take a perk later.
Trader Joe might
What
be
is-
Trader Joe the Ghoul in the next game we play here, but
What
we'll
is a
find out.
perk?
Interesting.
Perk
Bad
of living in the
resistance.
wilderness.
Yeah,
Yep.
Shiny
More
will
Death
take
of
a
Murder
couple of
Mountain?
random. Take a couple of random cans of whatever off the shelf and
You can help
Pop 'em.
yourself to a nice hot bottle of Nuka-Cola. Nothing washes down some salty gas station food like a nice
Yeah.
sweet bottle of Nuka-Cola,
she'll
which
pop it
you
open
also
with her
see Larry helping himself to
big
some.
ass machete and then give some rations to the dog. 'cause
Larry,
she
they
knows
also
that
have
he can't
Sunset
eat the radiation.
Sarsaparilla here.
Sunset sarsaparilla. I'm going to spend a luck point, and is the cap a star?
Yes, it is.
I add it to my collection of
Okay.
1.
Yeah, once we get to here, Carol kind of sit down, and start disassembling and cleaning her weapons. That's like something she did also on the night before too. For that one, it was a bit more of like a quick clean. Like
Do you
this
do
one
that
is like,
every night?
of course.
Regulations state you're supposed to.
Also prevents
Oh.
any jams or
Yeah, definitely. Do that
Flume
all the
says-
time.
Flume says, pulling out his laser rifle,
Uh-huh.
setting it down, and then begin
Every night.
cleaning it.
and I was gonna say, I'm assuming Flunes looks much dirtier than Kira's.
Flumes
is.
looks like maybe he's cleaning it because you're here, and he should be cleaning it.
And also you notice as she's doing that, she kind of like makes sure to take the bandana off her arm and kind of put it inside, just inside of her clothes, just to make sure it doesn't get any dirtier.
dirt or greasy, yeah.
Yeah.
Shiny's like, yeah, I cleaned mine this morning.
Is there anything here at the gas station? that
Looks at baseball bat.
I do have a gun. I just don't like to use it as much because I'm not as good at hitting with it.
okay. Well, yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I was gonna say, you have a gun. I'm like, oh yeah, we all got a gun.
Is there anything around this gas station that looks like I could fix it up a little bit? Like maybe a light's not working, I can fix the wiring or something with some scrap.
You know what? Give me an intelligence repair.
Okay. Intelligence repair will be 57. Okay.
A strange number.
This is a tag, so here we go. I got a 20. I failed and a 20.
Oof. Yeah, Kat, also for your viewing pleasure, I posted a thing in the chat.
Thank you.
Do I get electrocuted? I'm on like the side of the outside the building, and I just Jurassic Park 3 just let's go flying off.
Yes.
Kat, your face
Yes,
when
you
you saw it.
You
So
get
mean.
electrocuted and take
I have to remember to put what she put in Discord up here somewhere.
1 point of electrical damage, and you go flying backwards 10 feet and tumble across the ground.
Okay.
So like the
Well,
lights
Chopper.
dim.
Chopper, you detect an electrical disturbance, and then you heard an
Force.
injury.
I move to investigate.
Also, Shiny
Uh,
seemed. Sorry, go ahead.
You see a smoky, Lucky Larry who still has his hands kind of like this, laying on the ground looking up at the stars with smoke rolling off of it.
The like 1 or 2 grossly long strands of hair is like one stuck out, and there's like a little flame on the end.
That's an
By the-
interesting way to stay warm.
By the way, my armor has a 1 energy DR, so do I take no damage?
No, you take nothing then, yeah. Your
But
armor
look,
absorbed
your
it.
DR absorbs it, so don't forget to mark that down.
Okay.
What?
Yeah,
So
what does that mean?
DR it's
Damage
like,
reduction.
It's like Witcher, right? Where
Yeah.
you take a hit on your armor and you lose that points in the armor.
Really?
Until when?
What?
That doesn't make sense.
That's how at least how I was reading it.
Because then
What
your
is it?
armor is good for one hit ever.
Oh, it does say that armor's supposed to have hit points. So let me check that.
I think
Is
that's
that what the
power
HP
armor.
Yeah,
For the-
that might be
Power
for
armor is a
Maybe
little
I'm thinking of
different.
the wrong thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe-
because
Yeah, 'cause
like
I
maybe
saw
they
the
have those
HP boxes,
rules,
like,
but it's
the
only for
character
power
sheet.
armor. I'll look into it anyway. We'll continue.
Right. Yeah.
So,
Either
uh,
way.
You did manage to also waste 2 of your scrap.
That's fair. Because definitely complication. Let's see. Well, the 2 scrap I
Yeah.
just got are gone.
from what I can tell, the only thing
Okay.
that armor that has HP is power armor.
That makes it very convenient, actually.
Yeah, the damage resistance is just damage resistance. I
Okay,
don't-
that's good at
power
least.
armor is unique and it takes damage. The other armor kind of like reflects the damage or is designed in a way to not like
Or it's
to help.
assumed that after every fight you spend some time
Yeah.
Yeah,
repairing
Yeah,
it.
Like-
it does say the health points are only for power armor. So
right.
All right.
So
I agree.
no, that's a power armor thing. That's something that Paladin Flume has to worry about, not you guys.
even the robot armor doesn't have hit points. It's-
Really, that's interesting. Yeah. Either way, Kira is gonna look at Shiny, who like looked interested. Do you want some help cleaning your weapons?
Yes.
All right, older brother.
So hand them over. They are filthy. They
What
have
kind of guns are
probably never been cleaned ever. It is a pipe gun, which is made out of scrap and hope, and a combat shotgun.
You know that combat shotguns are notorious for jamming if they're not kept scrupulously clean.
they? Yes, that's because
The pipe gun could use a scrub, but it'll be all right. The combat
hey.
shotgun, it needs cleaner. It's gonna jam.
It's a drum mag shotgun. Yeah, it's going to need cleaning.
Yeah.
Page 149 has the rules on consumables. So apparently eating a can of cram heals you for 5, but then you
Oh.
roll 1 of the D6s, and if it's a 6, or if you roll an effect, so a 5 or a 6, then you suffer 1 radiation damage.
Oh,
Ah.
okay.
That's cool.
All right. We'll do that then and see if that happens.
Whoa! Cram is worth 25 caps per can.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Can
and
we
you
just
just ate it.
can we just like raid this entire place? Like I can carry so much stuff.
Quick,
Flume is
Kira.
kicking his feet up and eating rations. He's not giving a shit about this gas station. He
There's
literally
also
told you
potted
there's
meat.
snacks over there. He doesn't give a shit at all.
Yeah, I'm
Shiny's
gonna
gonna
try to-
find some piece of cloth or
You-
something and jerry rig.
You could
like
probably
hobo
carry
sack.
that better if
bindle.
you use a cooler. There's a cooler in the back.
Or on Lucky
Let's do
Larry's
it.
back.
Hey,
I
Larry,
got a
put
container
so
for
much
that.
scrap in this.
What is he just like comes back on camera and it's you can still see like it's not on fire anymore, but there's just like a little smoke trail from that bit of hair.
Nice there.
Yeah, so
I would also like to scavenge or something.
Okay. In that case, let's scavenge. Everyone gets to make some scavenging to find what useful things you find in the gas station.
Endurance survival or something, right?
It's got a whole rule
perception.
system for
so
it.
fun
yeah.
fact, I can carry
195.
217 pounds of additional gear right now.
Yeah. So what was the two? What was? Oh yeah, there's special rules for this.
Page 195.
196.
So it is
Perception
perception,
plus
and
survival.
survival.
Yep.
That's him.
Perception,
Oh, sweet.
survival, everybody.
Because
I
it's
can't
funny,
get under a 10 to save my life.
I'm gonna have dog meat roll with me. He has his keen nose.
The difficulty is 2.
Sweet. I surpassed.
I find shit. I rolled a 1.
Double fails.
Is it
Uh,
one?
Rolling a
oh,
1 is good.
Dog
He rolled
meat's-
one success.
Oh.
1 success. Yeah.
I had
Dog
the same
meats.
thought, Luke. I had that same thought.
Dog meat's keen senses reduce the difficulty of perception checks to 1.
Oh, cool. Well, instead of 2, it's 1 for Shiny.
Mine also goes down to 1,
Well,
but I also failed.
yeah.
Okay. You find nothing. In fact,
Oh,
you don't
shit.
find less than nothing, but
I
you
maybe
found
found.
nothing.
I got one
my God.
success. It was perception and survival, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, my target number is 6, and I got 5.
Nice.
So I got 1 success.
All right.
Difficulty was 2.
Must be nice.
I only got 1 success, so I didn't make it. Go on without me.
I'm just imagining the dog is just like walking along the shelves, just
So-
licking everything, and she's like, "Okay,
Who got
that's the one you want."
successes? Who got 2 successes? No one? Ah, just Kira. Okay.
Yeah, I got 1, but I
Kira.
think you had said that mine was lowered because the dog.
Yeah, yours was lowered from the dog, so you did succeed because the dog helped you get your success. So for Shiny, it only took 10 minutes. For Kira, it took 30, but both of you scavenged stuff here. And let's see, do I have to roll a table or can I actually just give you stuff?
I mean, I think you can do
It's on
both.
page 200. If
Oh,
that's where all
there's
the
a
blue tables
table.
are.
You could also just say it's a bunch.
Yeah, you
of
can
stuff.
literally like
'cause
as
it's
a
a
table, but
one-shot.
you can just say you
I'm gonna
what you do.
just give you stuff.
Yeah.
So there's Shiny, you find 4 Nuka-Colas. One of them is a Nuka-Cola Quantum.
Oh, I don't know what that is, but I'm interested.
It is
I mean, it's in
very
two
glowing
places
blue
at once.
Nuka-Cola. It's even more radioactive Nuka-Cola.
It was
it's made with a
Nuka-Cola
unique-
what?
Nuka-Cola is like Coca-Cola, but the
Quantum.
bottle for Nuka-Cola looks like a rocket.
There's
And
like a
Nuka-Cola
bunch of
Quantum
varieties.
is glowing blue. I have it. Actually, I should have put it down here for you
I
to
put it in the
see.
Discord.
It's this color.
Nice.
But
except
it's
it
glowing.
glows.
It's actually glowing as if I had a light put through this.
It's like a
It's
neon
really
blue light, fluorescent light.
It's so nice when you see them. It's hiding inside of the like whenever you go searching.
A
Yeah.
milk
It's-
carton or something.
It's
Yeah.
like so obvious when when you get close to one.
Kind of like that.
Yeah,
Cool.
I just put my phone light up to the bottom of this, by the way. But that's what the bottle is doing. It's glowing like this.
it's funny because I was this close to buying some Code Blue just so I'd have the neon blue drink.
This came out when Fallout 4 came out, and it was a limited edition run by Jones Cola, and it was called Quantum. And they made a
Oh.
berry lemonade flavored cola. My friend Eddie bought a 4-pack of it because he's obsessed with soda and gave me one of them, and I have never opened it. It's still, after like 4 or however many years it's been since Fallout 4 came out, this has been unopened and is still a nice blue color. And yeah, glows
So, Kat, what
really
was that
nicely
look?
when you stick a light to the bottom.
What was that look about, Kat?
So Nuka-Cola heals you and gives you stuff.
Yes.
So regular Nuka-Cola heals 2 and gives you 1 AP immediately that you can use for
It's caffeinated.
whatever. It is radiated. Nuka-Cola Quantum heals 10 and gives you 5 AP.
Yep.
Keep that on the store.
Yeah.
Wait,
No, I'm taping that. That's mine.
Yeah, don't drink it. Save for like a
rainy day.
they used to use for what do they call it?
And-
Champagne.
Kira, you find a sunset sarsaparilla and 3 cans of cram.
Give me that. Sorry, that's a joke for Blake.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just write that. into
Rise
my
up the
thing.
triad humor.
Oh, come on.
I'm dead rat. He just like holds up like a tiny little rat rodent skeleton skull.
Finds a skull.
And then yeah, she'll return back to the guns and she'll actually pull Shiny over and kind of show Shiny how to clean their guns.
While everyone's cleaning their guns, Larry actually is gonna be like, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna keep it as it is. I was thinking of sawing off the barrel, but nah, I'll keep it.
The night after the looting and the gun cleaning and stuff goes by unhindered. You don't encounter anything, and nothing encounters you. The morning
I can't encounter.
also is
myself.
the same. Nothing seems to encounter you. You wake up. It's a nice, beautiful, bright, sunny day. It's scorching, obliviously, ridiculously hot heat. But you're under the shade of the gas station right now, so you don't feel as much of it. And there's a nice breeze today.
So if we want to start traveling at night, we're going to have to waste a day just staying here until the sun sets and just kind of
Yeah.
try to get a sleep cycle going. So did we want to do that, or
Or you could go south a bit and travel along the river. Just don't get too close to the Mirelurks.
Well, we're trying to avoid the sun.
We could walk all through the day and the night and then sleep during the next
Can
day.
Larry stupidly
won't
go
work.
do a bit more searching in the day, maybe around the gas station for something he could jury rig into a hammock?
Or an umbrella.
You don't think there's enough scrap here to really do that?
Only there were these animals of burden that we could ride everywhere, so we make things
Brahmin?
easier.
Why wouldn't you
They're
just
just
You
like?
don't want to ride a Brahmin; they'll kick you out.
How did
Yeah.
Flume beat us here?
You don't know.
Power
Nobody
armor?
asked him.
You got one of them birdie
Flume, did you
birds.
drive, Flume?
I mean, we did get here in a vehicle, and we didn't leave in one. So
He might have it.
I didn't walk, if that's what you implied.
Then how'd you get here? Did you fly? Did you magically teleport?
No, I took the APC.
Can
Can I
we
borrow
use
that?
that?
You took a PVC.
No, I'm not going to let you borrow the APC for a scouting mission into a city potentially filled with dangerous hostiles.
I'll give you two caps.
You're about
You
as,
will say I'll give you two cock. It sounded like.
do you know how loud this thing is? You would be about as silent as a mini nuke. There's
Could you
no
drive
way
us,
you'd get
Larry?
near that city.
Within
You know,
25
wait,
miles of it?
Yeah, you know what? In a way, mini nukes are actually very silent because if they go
Give
off,
me-
you hear them or you're
You-
dead.
As a group, you are attempting to persuade him. However, persuasion takes a bit of time, and you have spent it. So, give me a charisma. Is it persuasion?
Barter.
Speech.
Speech, probably.
It'd be barter. or
Speech. Yeah, speech. Sorry, speech. Charisma, speech. And you can choose whoever has the highest charisma to roll for it if you want them to roll for the group of you.
I got an
There
8
is
for mine.
Kira is refusing to participate in this.
Same.
Change
Same.
that bind here. You can't really be that insubordinate. He said no, therefore that means no.
Shiny is
Okay.
just not helping because she doesn't care.
Okay.
I'm offering moral support.
Also,
All
I would
right.
probably
It's up
make
to you,
it
Trader
worse.
Joe. Shiny's not exactly high on the charisma scale.
My number
Yeah.
would be a 4 as well.
Mine
Trader
would be a
Joe's got-
6.
Trader Joe's got 8 charisma. He's actually pretty decently well put together
almost-
and dressed.
It's almost like he's a merchant.
Yeah.
Usually
Yeah.
people just give me what I need because I'm helpful.
That is 2 successes.
2 successes. That was exactly the number you needed to persuade Flume to get you most of the way there. Flume goes,
I just
he
walk
puts his
over,
helmet on and goes,
pull out 2
Alright,
caps,
this way.
and put into his pocket.
he walks around the building, and out back behind a pile of rubble, you see the APC parked.
How did we miss that?
You have no
It was
idea.
behind- It was behind it.
We did come in at night,
That's true.
and I thought I hit something when I went flying off the building.
But this will save some time and you just-
Flashback to last night.
Yeah.
If he drives us, he could drive us 150 miles and that would still be far from the city
Yeah.
and save us 5 days.
You one
Alright,
cutscene
look.
away.
I'll get you within half a day's walk of the city. Beyond that, I think it's probably unsafe to go any further.
Oh, that's fine.
I'll wait in the APC if anything gets any dangerous. Try to make it back to the APC.
It should be fine. Last time I was in El Paso, I only got mugged 3 times, and I met some nice ladies who only needed a couple caps for services, so that was nice.
All
That was some nice
right,
ladies.
climb on board, he says through the gargle of his helmet mic, which sounds a little worn. Maybe because he rarely
Nope.
uses it.
Who gets shotgun?
Nobody gets shotgun. My
I-
shotgun is shotgun.
Larry,
You sit in the back.
The dog just tries to jump into the front seat.
The back has rows of seats along the wall that face each other, one on either side, kind of like benches, so you can see each other as you sit across. There's buckles there to buckle yourself in, but none of them fit Shiny.
I figure they probably would be because those have the power armor ones too.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, there's a power armor buckle in the back that Shiny
I was
can
gonna say
sit down
buckles
in.
are for the weak.
Wait, I was about to say power armor buckle. That's like big things that like closh that hold
Yes.
the shoulders.
Yeah, it would
I don't
just
think you
about
Wow.
I don't think you want that holding your shoulders.
it would just about fit Shiny. Maybe a little smaller than Shiny shoulders. Because
Either way.
Shiny swole as fuck.
Yeah.
All right. And a brief stroll with the APC later, you are half a day's walk from the city. And he parks the APC behind a pile of like a wrecked building. This building looks like it's collapsed. It might have been some kind of house, a gas station. You don't know. It looks burnt and collapsed, but it's large enough in size that it's hidden the entire APC from whatever might come from the city.
Oh,
And he
this
goes-
saves so much time. Thank you.
All right, just be quiet about it. And remember, we need footage of the threat. So
Yep.
do not engage if you don't have to. If you have to wait around until darkness before you move in, do that. But it's your choice. You're the one scouting out the city. I'm not going. I'm here in the APC. Good luck.
So
Yes,
night
sir.
or day?
Night.
Nice.
He sits down, kicks his feet up on the passenger seat, and cracks open another ration.
Cracks open a
A
Low
hot
fly.
one.
Yeah.
Right.
He has
So I
a
guess
small
we'll-
bottle next to him that looks kind of like this.
guess we'll wait to the night and then
Yeah.
get moving out.
All right, you.
I'm assuming we're just off the side of what's left of this road, and there's not
Yeah.
really anything else around.
Nope, not. You're hiding beside a large, destroyed, burnt-out building.
Larry's gonna search the building. Why not? Just to
Alright.
eat up time.
Give me a scavenge check.
I will send dog meat to help.
All right, you can give
Don't
me a
try to
scavenge
fix
check too.
anything.
Scavenge is the survival intelligence, right?
I think so. Wait,
Perception.
Survival perception.
perception. Sorry,
Oh, okay.
survival
It's,
perception.
it's the same for me. So
Yeah,
it works
it
out.
difficulty 2.
Okay. I only got one success. So
Okay,
be
it's
expected.
shiny.
Well, if dog meat's helping, because dog meat would reduce it by 1 because it's a perception check, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
So dog meat got 1 success and a 20.
Oh
Ah.
God.
Just imagining he just,
so
He finds some
she
cat
finds
birds.
something useful, but then also eats it.
yeah,
Yeah, I was about to say she finds some cat
he
birds.
the dog meat finds some food, and dog meat then also eats the food before you can take it.
What do you got there?
Takes
Smoothie,
off
yeah.
running.
But you got there, takes off running, chewing on it. Yeah. By the time you catch up, it's already ripped open and eaten. Yeah. For a dog meat seems intelligent enough to be able to open cans of things and eat them. So
Also, the
meat's-
image of a dog literally opening up a can of spam, which
Yeah.
are hard for
I
humans to do.
100%.
right.
I could
Dogs
see a
definitely
dog
do it.
doing it.
Yeah.
Well, I
Like,
could
He does
see
it all the time.
It just cuts to dog meat, and dog meat's just like laying underside in the shade, and there's this giant bloated belly.
yeah, this is the thing I have to constantly explain to my mom every single time she plays Terry a plastic toy, and she's like, "But it's tough. You won't get through it." I'm like, "Mom, this dog regularly eats cow hooves, like eats them. They are gone. There is nothing left. Not like chews on them and no, they're gone. He eats them. He can get through it."
Yeah, for sure. All right. And after that uneventful search later, the day goes by relatively quickly and uneventfully. Nothing happens, and not that anything major could happen. At least you hope. And so nighttime has come. It is nighttime, and you now see a just brilliantly bright flame coming from within the city's interior. It is massive. It is almost like a moving wall of fire. And you see little figures in the distance, human-sized, you presume, but they're quite a distance away. But you can see them matched out in front of the glow of the fire, moving around. Some look like they're on fire. Some look like they're running around, arms outstretched.
Man,
You're
they're
not
really
sure.
small. If only we could get a closer look.
If only you got closer and had binoculars.
We
Kira
have
pulls out her
binoculars.
binoculars.
Yeah, I'm gonna use.
All right. Hey, everyone uses your binoculars, which is what they're for. You see a bunch
I'm
of
gonna sneak ahead to get a closer
in
look.
the distance. It's you're really far away, but you can still kind of see some stuff. There is some figures chasing other figures. It's hard to make out the details, even with your binoculars from this distance, because of the just sheer brilliance of the flame. You may have to get closer.
Yeah, I think let's get closer.
Larry's prone and army crawling, even though he's way too far away to start doing that.
Shiny just
if-
walks past him
So does Kira.
Shane,
fine,
what are you
right above
doing?
him.
We gotta be quiet.
as the dog passes. He just licks the back of your head.
Oh, the dog starts army crawling to mimic him.
Yes, that is the cutest.
Oh, that is cute.
Whenever we need to do, I'm gonna try
If
to
you were
sneak.
attempting to stealth, it's agility stealth. If you're not attempting to stealth and you're just blundering forward, blunder forward at will.
I am
whenever.
stealthing.
Yeah,
Snake.
once we get into range where there is a chance they will see us, then I'll start stealthing.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Their night
that would
vision
be-
would be
But
quite terrible if
attempting
it's
it.
near the fire.
I'm
Chopper,
going.
you're
Hell.
picking up multiple radio waves that
Oh,
you didn't pick up before.
can
I'm
I
gonna
get
s-
any information about like what they are, what they're saying, anything like
This
that?
is some kind of encoded message. You could record it.
I will do so.
I spend a luck point to make it so it's a luck-based check for me instead of agility, and I got 2 successes.
All right. You see something or stealthy move.
Yeah,
towards without.
Stealth moving, yeah.
Oh, we're all doing stealth.
I got
We're
Yeah.
doing
one
stealth first to
I
get
mean-
closer.
You don't have to. Mr. Haney kind of doesn't like to stealth. They're just kind of just like, "Hello, sir. Hi, I'm just gonna go right towards you."
I will rotate so my lab coat is between the little pilot light and the people we're going towards.
Yeah, okay.
I rolled a 17 and a 19.
Oh, you almost caught that umbrella on
I wrote-
fire.
I rotate
Remember-
a little bit too far.
Remember, with stealth, you don't necessarily know that you're doing it badly.
Exactly.
So
I assume
when
that
you
I cannot
fail
do
at
it well.
stealth, you think you're doing great.
I can't fly any quieter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shiny is got 1 success. Dog meat thinks she's doing a great job, but her tail is wagging a mile a minute.
Oh, Larry pulls
She got no
out.
successes.
Awesome.
Larry
Okay.
Larry has in his hand
She's like,
Hey.
I am helping.
a baseball, and you see
Mhm.
on the end of the baseball is a grenade pin that's still in it.
Mhm.
Kira got 4 successes.
God damn.
It's plan B.
It's one of my tag skills.
Where's Kira?
People rolling
All right.
low numbers.
Some of you are moving stealthily, and some of you are definitely not moving stealthily. Okay. As you proceed forward, you find a place where you can kind of take cover because you are attempting to be stealthy. So
Yeah.
I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt that you're looking for cover. So you do look for some kind of cover. There is a blown out building where it looks like whatever was inside this building was just burnt to shit and back again. There's nothing left inside this building except slag and ash. You see some skeletons. They look like they were attempting to run from something. They're scattered out on the ground, just sprawled out like they're trying to run. And there's nothing left but charred bones and ash.
How fresh does
Um,
are those old looking?
No, they are not. They still look
Would that-
fresh. The
would that be
smoke in this building is
medicine?
what's partially obscuring you.
Would that be a medicine?
Uh,
Survival?
to identify if it's a man or a woman, sure.
No. Oh, I was just thinking how recent.
Oh, how recent? That would be a survival intelligence.
I would check that. I think I would use that.
Okay, survival intelligence then, to determine how recent this might have been.
I do have a diagnosis mod, which is supposed to work for medicine checks. Would I be able to use that to? Because they tell how
Yeah.
long someone's been dead by checking like the heat of the body.
According to
Yeah.
my diagnostics, their vitals are 0.
Well, I read a 16 and a 17, so
The diagnosis
They're dead.
mod reduces
Yep.
the difficulty of
And
medicine
Luke,
tests by 1.
Like in Retroverse or other games, your would be rolling so well.
Yeah, right?
yeah, any game like anything except this one.
Yeah. All right. That's why skills are harder when you're low level.
That's correct.
But you do at least garner some bit of information that this definitely was recent.
Somebody
You don't
burned
know
these
how
corpses.
recent, but it was recent.
And
You
then
didn't fail to the point where you know nothing, but you didn't succeed enough to get more information other than recent.
I'm assuming Larry and Kira at least have moved on ahead to that little
From
spot
this
where we
vantage
can look
point,
out.
yeah, from this vantage point, you're looking through the windows of this building to kind of see what the figures are in the distance. And all of you are recording or will record if something happens.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the
I
footage
that-
will
that
press it when it happens.
the footage
actually-
that we're doing. Question:
Mhm.
do we have to record everything all at once? So it's like 1 hour after you press a button and then you can't turn it off, or you can do like
You
a
can
minute at a
turn the
time?
recording on and off. It's got a just like a recording button on the
Okay.
side. You can record and stop.
Shiny's
any
gonna
of
do
them.
that and look at the bodies and then over at like the building and everything,
and the
and
fire.
then see if I can get a bit of the firewall. And then-
Okay, you do get a very nice view of a giant wall of flames. Anyone attempting to get figures in the distance needs to give me a perception.
Kira is
check.
definitely doing that.
Sure, why not?
Is it just perception or
We'll do perception survival. One.
okay?
That seems ish.
I got one success, and the difficulty is reduced by one because Mr. Handy gets better at vision.
I got 2 successes.
Or what are we rolling?
Perception,
Perception.
survival.
Survival.
If you're trying to get the figures in the distance. Ooh, I got a crit and a success. So 3
Every time
successes.
you like lean over to the side, Kevin, it looks like your head becomes the head of the dude. Yeah.
Yeah, your head just disappears, and all we see is your shoulders and Pip-Boy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
hmm
Golden ticket Pip-Boy, conductor Pip-Boy, or ticket boy Pip-Boy. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Ticket boy Pip-Boy. All right. That'll be great on the recording when you look at it later. All right. So everyone who used their perception at least got one success from the sounds of it. So
I got
all of
melee.
all of you pretty much succeeded except Trader Joe, who you didn't get any successes, did you, Trader Joe?
Look at this pretty rock. I could sell it for some money.
Got it.
It's a
Oh,
piece
it's
of
glass.
coal.
Yeah, it's a piece of glass that used to be something else. It's melted into a slag of glass. You're distracted by the slag of glass you found next to what was a window. And all of you succeeded in getting brilliant recording of what you identify as some form of robot. They are chasing down people and just scorching them with flamethrowers. You see an army of these robots, and they're moving in what would be sweep fashion. So they're moving from building to building and just burning the building out completely of all life, and then moving to another building.
So question, we saw this fire activate, right? It wasn't like night fell and we started to see it. So if they only do this at night, maybe we should hide somewhere nearby and wait for daylight and then try and get closer during day.
We are somewhere nearby. Hi.
Well, yeah,
Wanna
I
just
know,
stay
but
put?
they're active
Except
right
there's a
now
dead
and
person here.
burning
It's-
people around. So like,
It's
I'm
not
not
the
saying
first
right
dead person.
here.
They're only burning people. What if I went in as a robot with a flamer and tried to join them?
Oh, that sounds like a great idea.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
Sounds like a good idea.
Since
for
I
you to
got
get
3
turned in.
successes on it, are there anything on the robots that show like a symbol of some kind? Or
Yeah, like what
Uh,
type of robots?
There are all 3 types of robots you know exist. There are Soltrons,
shit.
Protectrons, and Mr. Handies. Oh, sorry. Those are Mr. Gutsies.
Yeah, they got to be
Um,
Mr. Gutsies.
All
Yeah.
3 of them are running around with flamers, just burning the shit out of
Can-
everything in the
can I
distance. There
spend-
aren't so many Assaultrons. You do see in the distance a Securetron robot. What instead of the dual rocket pods on its back, it has 2 massive flamethrowers.
Could I attempt to make Chopper look like one of the Mr. Gutsies with the paint job?
You
by
would
spending
need-
some of my scrap.
You would need the scrap doesn't say what the
doesn't
scrap
specify.
is.
It's
so
just common.
using some of the charcoal here, you could attempt to paint Chopper to look like one of the. You would have to remove all of Chopper's decorations, and you could attempt to paint Chopper with the charcoal and some other stuff from your scrap if you succeed, to look like one of these robots.
Burning boys. Burning bots.
However, the thing you don't know that you can't see that Chopper could assist you with in knowing is they're speaking in some encrypted code.
Yeah,
Chopper can't even identify what it is.
I would have to convince them that whatever the part of a robot that gets information from radios
The
is
communications array.
Yeah, the communications array. I would have to claim that to be broken.
It's a place where it's a place you can target in the games.
It is actually something you can
And the
target on.
combat inhibitors.
Can you
too.
make it look? Can you make it look like that's damaged?
Yeah,
Like,
can we
Scratch it up and on the outside.
maybe if I have to choose between either doing the disguise or that, I would rather do the make it look like it's damaged.
Okay. All right.
What
I
would this
I
be?
could possibly make it look like it's damaged because I would know it better.
Yeah.
Without actually like
You don't.
That would reduce the difficulty because you
I've-
know how you work.
I've repaired a lot of handies and put them together in my time. I know what I'm doing.
So give me an intelligence repair.
Okay.
But
It's
the
what I'm good at.
difficulty is 1
Okay.
because Chopper knows Mr. Nurse Handies very well, being a
Alright.
nurse handy himself.
I was gonna. You'd spend a luck point, considering it apparently isn't too difficult. I'm just gonna. Do it
could I
normal.
spend a luck point to help? Because I still have all 5 and I haven't used any.
2 successes? Wait, if it's success and it's tagged, does it count as a crit?
If it's underneath your tag number.
If it's under
Okay,
your tag
I
number.
got 2 crits.
Oh, all right.
So
You
4
are so
successes.
convinced. You are so convinced that Chopper looks like one of these robots now that when you look at Chopper and look at one of the Mr. Gutsies in the distance, it's hard to tell them apart.
Good job.
That's how convinced you are that this disguise worked.
All right, go get him, Chopper.
Don't die.
Should I leave my camera
Nice.
behind?
And I smack
No.
him with the combat. I smack him in the
No,
combat
you should-
inhibitor platonically.
You should take it so that you can actually get better footage than we can hear. But also, we should sneak
Actually,
up
I'm going to
on
say
them
that
and
Lucky
lie.
Larry's success is so successful, he managed to attach it to you in a way that it looks like a broken flamer.
Oh, quite good.
This might be the thing that Larry's the best at. So
Your success was so good, I had to give you something extra. So I would be doing a disfavor if I did. All right, so you proceed forward in a
Mhm.
limpy fashion
Yeah.
to make it look like you were damaged.
Yes. And I will head
Uh,
towards where
Should
the
some
action
of us
is.
sneak closer with them as well so that they're not completely alone? Or
If
That would-
you want to
that could-
stealth that direction.
that would get rid of the ruse. If they spy.
But-
him.
yeah.
You know Kira has a ranged weapon. You could always attempt to just
Hey,
get
you
to a
have,
point where
Chopper, do you have anything that we can put on your like flamethrower to make the flames a different color?
You just
like-
take a bit of copper.
Yeah,
You'd
and
have
that way,
to-
if you need help, you just use your flamethrower and turn it green, and we know to come rescue you.
You also get magnesium, but I don't know where to get that.
there's a lot of copper.
Wouldn't that have to go in the fuel or something?
No, you
No.
just put it in where the flame is.
Yeah, no, literally, you
It
just
would
put
be
it
on
around
the pilot, essentially.
Yep.
Yeah, literally where the flame comes out, it is as long as the fire comes in contact with the copper, it'll
Snow flame.
You'll
Nice.
make it green then. It'll be green fire. I had a lighter that did that, and there was just
Yeah.
a little copper coil around where the butane fire came out,
I feel like
And
if
and
I
it would
play
make a
this
green
character
flame.
ever again, I have to raise her intelligence by a point or two.
No, why would
Hey,
you do that?
If that's what you wanted to do, is your character a temporary character or is this a long term?
Temporary for now, just because I don't
Okay.
know what school
Alright.
is going to look
I'll
like.
mark you as possible. I have a possible flag for people who are for sure maybe thinking about using the idea again. So far I have you and Trader Joe marked as that for possible.
listen,
Definitely
high
me.
potential too.
Yeah.
Possible for me too, I think.
Okay.
Lucky Larry, I've been making him in the games, so I'm definitely down with that.
Okay.
I say
All right.
Kira. I plan to make Kira as my next run through New Vegas, so she won't be Brotherhood aligned for a while in that one.
Got it.
All
All right.
now, so is a copper thing if I'm in trouble? Or
Yes.
just okay.
Use
Then
your
I'll
flame. It like burst off a little green flame that everyone can see in the distance if you're in trouble. Now
Yeah,
you all
flame
have
up
your
in the air.
like from here. You can all camera view Chopper very easily on the route down to where the robots are. As you get closer to these robots,
I'm gonna take footage real quick of the like process of him getting made up so that we have footage of that.
Got
He's
it.
our dude.
Yep.
He's okay.
Okay.
Not an
And,
enemy.
Larry's
you
humming
tape
some
him.
song to himself as he's doing it.
You tape him moving down that way, or like at least or looking. You don't have to necessarily tape it, but you can look, following him on its path down there. Chopper, as you get closer and closer to these droids, they're all moving in a fashion that is very militaristic, as if under some sort of kind of like order of some kind. As you get close to one of the Assaultrons, they kind of look your direction, and it sounds like they're attempting to communicate you. You get some sort of encoded message sent your way, and then they kind of look at you a little oddly as you don't respond in code.
I twitch my head a little bit, the top part, and say my communications array was damaged.
Affirmative. Seek repairs from the repair order immediately. We have another quarter of the city to burn before it is empty.
My memory was also damaged. A big rock.
Guys, I think it's working.
Affirmative. Speak to Protectron. He points towards the Securetron with the dual massive flamers in the distance. It has 2 laser gatlings for arms and 2 massive flamers for where the rocket pods would be on its back.
How do we swap memory cores? I will slowly limp towards
that a Securetron definitely can't perform that action. It would require someone with delicate hands, so probably not a robot, unless it was an Assaultron doing it. They're the only ones with hands delicate enough to perform that operation if they want.
I was thinking of putting my brain in that machine and take it over. Just, getting a new different character.
Right.
Maybe if you're higher level.
Yeah. I would slowly move towards that.
You move slowly towards the Securetron. The Securetron moves your direction, and its looming bright red eye array scans over you as it turns your direction. Its omnidirectional legs. It has 4 of these omnidirectional legs. There's a picture of it in the book. If you look up the just colossal death machine that it is.
I think I've seen them in person.
yeah. If you played the games, you know what they look like. They're dangerous as fuck.
No,
Rockets galore, laser gats all over. Yeah,
they're terrifying, but they're not the scariest thing. That goes to Assaultrons with their fucking one-shot laser beam.
One-shot eye laser. Yeah. You don't see any of these Assaultrons using the one-shot eye laser attack of some kind, but they all have these just amazingly brilliantly hot flamers. Your internal core goes up to not quite dangerous levels, but it's really bloody fucking hot here. You're glad you're not flammable.
Yeah.
You get close to the Securetron and it looks your direction and attempts to send an encoded message, and then it looks over towards the Assaultron you just talked to and looks back at you.
I tap the communications array section and say, I received some damage.
Describe the assailants.
It was debris from a building.
Confirmed. It seems to pause for a bit as if communicating with someone else, and then looks towards you. The master says that you should receive repairs. Report to repair section 57678 in the main secure facility at the center of the city. We have already claimed that territory for our own.
Affirmative.
Watch out for hostiles.
Affirmative.
He points the direction you need to go with one of his Gatling lasers.
Great. Yes, I would be recording once I started walking up to him. And then I would move in the direction he indicates with the signature limp that he's using in this guise. and try to get a good view of the different robots and what they're doing as I travel there
Okay.
with the camera.
As you are traveling that direction, a Mr. Gutsy moves towards you and stops, and it kind of moves one of its clampy hands up to its an eye stalk like it's saluting and goes, "Affirmative, soldier. I hear you've taken some damage. Follow me."
Thank
And
you.
he starts like hovering that direction towards where you're supposed to go. Be careful. There's hostiles in this area.
What manner of hostiles remain in this area?
The Red Army it takes to tempt the city from us, but we won't let them. We're loyal to our people till the very bloody end.
Huzzah.
You think he's referring to his self-destruct mechanism.
I believe you mean
which Mr.
Oorah.
Gutsy's like referring to. Yeah,
Oh, I
Oorah,
see.
sorry. Oorah.
I wouldn't get it right. I have a broken memory.
Yeah.
So
Broken
would I
memory
know what the
module.
Red Army is? Is that
You know that Mr.
Chinese
Gutsy's
army?
are all programmed to refer to any enemy as the Red Army.
Oh, okay. So it's
you
red
know they're
versus blue.
referring to the communist threat from China that attacked America in the pre-war era. That's part of their internal dialogue that they repeat. Any hostile target usually referred to as a member of the Red Army.
Better dead than red.
Better dead than red.
Friend computer concurs with that statement.
All right.
It leads you down a series of just utterly destroyed and annihilated buildings. All of these buildings look like they were scorched to shit and back again. Convenience stores, apartment complexes, hospitals, parking garages, every building, every car, every useful object just burned to crap.
Do I see any remnants of this Red Army, like any of their dead soldiers on the
Lots
ground?
of dead people.
Are they recognizable, like with armor or flags or anything?
They all look like they were probably wearing some kind of like raider armor or just random armors. There's not really many flags or identifying symbols left of them, as all of it's just covered in soot, ash, and burn.
Okay.
Some of them are wearing combat armor and advanced combat fighting armor, like Combat Armor Mark II, and some of the more advanced, like really, really tough combat armor. You think this might have been like a trading port of some kind, or like a trading area. You see what looks to be like maybe some stalls set up, like a bunch of merchants were set up along the street right here, and there's a bunch of just burnt out debris and bodies and stuff run like they tried to run away everywhere.
So it's not likely that it was all military people either.
No, yeah, look, a lot of this probably looks like there was probably civilians here that were killed as well. As you pass more of the robots, you know all of them have a strange symbol on them that you don't identify.
Oh, I'd make sure I get a good shot of that in the camera.
You get several good shots from it, and the Securitron you talked to had appropriate background, Scotty. Had a big, like shiny, like symbol like this on its a circle like pin on like a badge of sorts on its armor. Also appropriate background, Shiny. And I like to think if Shiny drew. I like to think if Shiny drew something, it would look kind of like that.
Extremely popular.
And you continue to move along this path of just burnt out, scorched and fried, utterly devastated buildings. In front of the Mr. Gutsy, you see a group of people jump out from behind a building and begin to open fire on the Mr. Gutsy in front of you. And Mr. Gutsy says, "Stand back, wounded soldier. I'll take care of them," and flies towards them, activating its self-destruct mechanism, blowing them all to a pile of debris and chunks. As you see, like all 12 of the combatants die in a small nuclear blast, which all of you get on record in the distance. You see this little mini mushroom cloud explode as the Mr. Gutsy blows itself to pieces.
Oh no! Can I tell now that did it get all of them? I assume.
Yeah, they're all dead.
Okay.
Well, one of them is crawling away, but it's missing his legs, and he's dragging his intestines behind him. So you don't think he has long.
Oh no, that's too bad.
Oh no. Anyways,
do I think I could like stabilize him enough to talk to him? Or
you might be able to get some words out of him before he dies.
I'm gonna try to get close to him before he dies and say, "I'm a friend. What's going on?"
You don't talk like the rest of them. They're killing everything. They showed up about a week ago. We don't know where they came from. Some bunker under the middle of the city. They all have that weird symbol on them. None of us have seen it before. Some people from NCR say it looks familiar to them. They were the first ones to die. Get out of here while you can. They'll swap your core out.
Did you see their leader?
No.
Oh.
No one's seen the leader. Just the Securitrons. And that's usually only before they kill you. Get out of here before they find out you're not programmed like them.
Rest easy.
He kind of slumps over. Run. Is all he manages to say before he dies.
Oh, that's a shame. Anyway.
His vitals flatline. He has a symbol on his armor that does not look familiar to you.
Oh, is there any way I could remove that symbol?
Oh yeah, it's just sewn on there. You can tear it off pretty easy.
Okay, I'll tear that off and put that in my satchel.
All right.
How close am I to like the city part where they were sending me?
You got like 200 feet down the roadway when you were attacked by an ambush of people. You think at this point, given the structure of the buildings and how they're all burnt out at this point, you might be able to sneak through a back alley and make it back towards your friends without many of the robots seeing you on the main roadway.
I think I'm going to do that. I think I need to get out of here at this point. I pushed my luck too far.
Agility stealth.
Okay. What can I do to make that good?
You can spend, okay, I would not suggest this, but you can spend
You
a
can
luck
also
point,
spend action points.
and instead of using
I think, right?
agility with stealth, you use luck with stealth.
My luck is one higher than my agility.
Then it might be worth using that luck point to try that.
Then I would do that.
All
Because
right.
I put
You spend a luck point and give me a luck stealth check.
I got one success
Okay.
with a 3.
All right. You see one of the Securitrons attempt to look your direction and almost spots you when there's an explosion behind it, and it 180s really fast and unleashes a giant blast of white hot flame that direction. You think your
Oh.
cover is supremo at this point.
I'm a little jealous, but I'm going to continue escaping.
You make it back to your friends actually pretty easily, as whatever that explosion was drew the attention of all the rest of the drones in the area, or robots or whatever, all vacate what they're doing and run that direction.
Oh, thank goodness, Chopper, you're okay.
It's hot in there.
Yeah, there was a big explosion. Was that you?
Almost. There is a lot going on in that city.
Did
I would
you
try
get-
to, yeah,
Did you get good footage?
yeah.
Now let's hightail our asses out of here before we become bacon like these people.
I would hold up the symbol that I took from the soldier person and ask if anyone recognized that.
Would any of us be able to?
Trader Joe, give me a intelligence.
Guess that'd just be intelligence.
Give me an intelligence barter.
Oh, fuck,
Yeah,
comes a caravan.
Or speech.
Oh, right. That is 2 successes.
You know this belongs to the Southern Water Traders of California.
Southern Water Tribe of California.
Traders, not tribe. That's a different thing.
No, they can't dance at all.
Yeah. Pity. They
It's
owed me
a-
money.
It's a trading coalition, essentially.
The
Yep.
robots were calling them the Red Army. And they came from a bunker under the city.
That's what all Securitas, that's what they all refer to any enemy combatant as.
Wait, you said they're coming from a bunker.
Yeah, they came from beneath the city.
Must be a vault.
Or is that
Or a military base.
Is the city floating?
No, there's caves.
No.
Yeah, I
Oh, that looks like a bad guy from Final
That's
Fantasy
the
VII.
Securitron you were talking to.
He was also a good 50% taller than you, and you're
Yeah,
floating. in
he
the air.
was taller than Shiney. He was
Mm.
probably 10 feet tall.
Well, luckily we
Yeah,
don't
they
have to
are
engage.
American death fridges.
Yeah, we don't want to fight. I'm glad they said not
Ah,
to fight that.
The refrigerators from the 1940s.
Let's get
Even
back
more
to
deadly
Paladin.
than
Fallout.
those.
In Fallout 4, they'll show the enemy's health bar, and there'll be a skull, and it's supposed to be this thing's stupid high level. Don't even attempt it. that's definitely what showed up there. I bet.
Yeah. So we
That
got
was-
the recordings and everything, right? And
Mhm.
info? So let's
Yeah.
This
go
is
back.
the intel you need.
This is
All
what we
right.
need. It should
You
go-
head back to Paladin Flume, and we're getting close to wrapping up. So this will be that gray area where we kind of fade to black. And if you want to have this character come next time, it'll come next time. But let me get there first.
Mhm.
So as you get back to the APC to Paladin Flume is standing outside the APC holding his laser rifle, and there's a dead Assaultron on the ground in front of him. And it looks just like the Assaultrons you have on video.
Time to go, time to go, time to go.
Mhm.
We have a bigger problem. They know
Well-
we're here.
Then let's go.
Fade to black. Okay, so if your characters make it to the next campaign, they survived this event. If they didn't make it to the next campaign, your new characters get to pick up where this story left off. So
Sounds good. I like this. I like this
Yeah.
campaign. You got me
I
invested.
am really intrigued about what's going on there.
Mhm.
Yeah, this is a lot of fun.
all right.
I like Shiny a lot.
I love Fallout and I love where this is going. So
Yeah.
if you guys want to see more of this campaign, stay tuned. I will most likely probably still be the host of it here on Crow and Chimera. I don't know where we'll put it if we don't. Maybe we'll just keep it here. Maybe it'll be
mean-
on Scotty's channel.
Here's the thing. I think you have
Maybe
3
Fraction
people
Dog.
who all have channels.
Maybe Fraction, yeah.
Yeah.
Then maybe Fraction,
We can discuss it.
Yeah,
afterwards.
when
maybe
this-
we'll just toss it around and everyone gets an episode.
Yeah, remind me when you do actually start the campaign, and I'll make sure to add it in the description
The
where the
doobly-doo?
actual campaign is.
Doobly-doo.
Yeah, where you can see more of the campaign.
All right. Well, we're not done though, because we still have plugs that we can do, because everyone here's got stuff going on and maybe stuff they want to talk about. So
Sure.
because I usually start plugging him last because it's his channel, Scotty, what do you have going on?
I got this robot dog background for some reason. I'm gonna keep it. Not sure when this will come up, but it most likely will be coming up when I'm streaming again. So mentioned it before. I do have a Twitch channel and YouTube channel by the name Scotty Hood. On Twitch, it's Scotty with a Y_H00D. Post a lot of 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons games on there. Weekly Retroverse games, weekly Icewind Dale, Ram the Frostmaiden games. Got some Ghost to Saltmarsh and got some sci-fi dark matter campaign setting stuff. All of that. In addition to that, I also do drawing commissions. If you're interested, my Twitter is the same as Twitch. You can look me up there, and my profile has how you can contact me and see what I can do for you.
Check it out.
Mhm.
Well, we'll move to Chopper. What do you have going on?
Watch this YouTube channel. That's it.
Okay,
Yeah.
do that. Chopper recommends.
Yeah, you guys have. Is it weekly Vampire the Masquerade?
Every other week.
Fortnightly.
You try to have
Yeah.
have one up.
So when we get to our plug, we'll.
And Kira, do you have any plugs?
Yes. Well, you can find me on Twitch and YouTube as Fractured Moon D&D, where 1 week we have a Tuesday, Thursday game of Saffron and Unwritten, and then on Sundays we have a doubleheader of Masks and Lancer. So come check those out. They're a blast, and that's it.
All right. Well, last but not least, Shiney and Trader Joe, it's your channel. What do you have going on?
Yeah, you want to start out, Kev?
So obviously, if you're watching this, it's on the Grown Chimera channel. We offer several games every fortnight, so one Monday we will be having our Dishonored game, which is about 3 episodes in. It uses a modified or a very similar system to this. It's also 2D20 from Modivius. If you're interested in Modivius products, modivius.net or .us if you're in the US, .net if you're in Europe. Please, Modivius, if you're seeing this, we can use sponsorship.
I'd love to
Cat!
plug your shit. Cat.
Yeah. So speaking of cat, what's the other show we have on our thing? Normally?
The other thing that is here is Baltimore by Night. We have a ton of people in that one. Scotty always forgets, but he also starred in that one too. For one shot. Things are fucking wild. I think by the time this airs, there may be a special episode of it live, so keep an eye out for that. And it's fantastic and chaotic. Baltimore by Night is our Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition game, so it's super cool. Go check it out. And all of our episodes go, all of our main episodes for Dishonored and Baltimore by Night go live every Monday at noon EST. Yeah.
All
So
right,
keep an eye out
check
here
it
for
out.
that.
Check out all our Twitter channels. Check out the Twitch channels that are listed below in the doobly doo and everything else there. We all have Twitters that we post stuff on and do things. I host some games over on Scotty's channel. Maybe this one will be on this channel. I don't know. We haven't decided where it's going to go. It might be here. Maybe this is a good spot for it. So check it out and we will see you next time. And remember, when you're out in the wastelands, be careful.
Bye.
Bye.
Sayonara.